Hello, everybody. I'm gonna check if I'm really live and I can be heard on the phone. Yeah. Guten Abend. Is it happening? Yes, it's happening. And there's sound, so I'm gonna turn this off. Perfect. Hello, everyone. I'm Heinbach, and it's truly good to have you all back here because this is a rather special moment for me today. We're gonna do a bunch of things that I'm really happy about. And the first thing that we're gonna do today is I've got a new album on Sire Records, and it's called Home Stories. I think Boris is in the chat, and he can answer like any questions on where to get this and so on. And we're going to listen to this. This has become kind of a tradition, especially with the ambient releases, to listen to them live on stream. And after this is done, I'm going to invite a few of the people that I've met in this journey on YouTube to just hang out with me and chat. And then I'm going to unbox this thing, which should hopefully be my YouTube play button. That's the button you get for 100,000 subscribers. And I'm really excited for that. And the friends that will be coming by will be my dear friend Konstantin, who I talked a long time even before making this channel about, and who did single mode synthesis together with me. Then there will be Simon the Magpie, who inspired me to do so many things. One of these is Destruction Loops, which has become a very important part of my work right now. And I'm playing that live again on the 7th of October. And then there is Look Mom, No Computer, aka Sam, who is such a lovely guy. Visited him, hung out with him, and all friends, which will be hanging out. Oh, hey, Noah, thank you very much. Oh, thank you. Oh, that's lovely, man. Oh, and I'll try to monitor the chat and answer your questions. And that's going to be especially the thing in the beginning once we're listening to the album, and we're just gonna start with that now, and I'll keep attention to the chat. And I think I can even do this. Whee! Thank you, man. So this is the album. It's available on vinyl and on very cute cassettes. And let's just start with the first track. I can't move too much here because I've got wooden floors and they keep bouncing. Let me know if the audio of my voice and the music is fine for you. Chill Out TV. No, it's not inspired by Matthias Müller. Now this first track is made with another, I would almost say friend, yes, I've made along the way on this YouTube journey. Jeremy Blake, aka Red Means Recording. And when he did his 100,000 subscriber video, he mentioned my channel, which at that time was at like 1,500, 2,000 subscribers, and I got 1,000 subscribers like in 2 days after that video, and that was such a nice gesture from him. And we've collaborated on this track Translucent that you're hearing here. We made this together, which is beautiful because it goes all the way around, so that makes me incredibly happy. And there's a full video on that process because we played a game of was it Exquisite Corpse? Yeah, we played a game of Exquisite Corpse with this, and this was absolutely a beautiful process as we both transformed the track in every pass. And originally it was called Emollient Surf Translucent. words, each of these words were supposed to describe one of the things one of us would add to the track. For the album, that title was a bit long, so it's now just Translucent. So, Jeremy, if you see this, thank you for making this beautiful piece of music with me. Glad to hear it sounding good for you. Thank you all very much. And one thing, you can hear the piano here. I try to play it like I was rain. Basically moving my fingers as randomly as possible above the keyboard while all these winds happened. And it was fun to try to pretend to be rain. John Henry Smith, I am having a schorle, which is a blend of white wine and water. Sparkling water. Now this part here, this is something that I always like to do as sort of where you have the golden ratio. At that part where it's like exactly the part of the golden ratio, I like to do a little break, to take a different look at the whole track, and that was that piano break, which is the first one where the piano is not rain anymore, but it's rooted. So it's like the rain has stopped with a moment of quiet. So that's why I put that moment there. And if you listen to my tracks, you will find this moment, I think in 80% of the tracks, there's some part where it shifts to a different platform, different plateau, and looks at piece of music differently. I think that creates a bit of excitement. Golden Spiral, yeah. Hi, Ralph. And for everybody just joining in, here's the timeline for today. That was the first track, Translucent. And now the title track, Home Stories, which I recorded actually at my home, like where I grew up in the Black Forest. And I used field recordings and my mother's piano recorded on dictaphone and processed all of that in the modular through a process called resynthesis. There's module called Rossum, by Rossum, it's called, Panharmonium. And you can hear this piano line coming up. And from time to time these notes pop up. And from single notes they turn into this white, shimmering sphere. And that's the resynthesis process on the piano, putting the piano back together, but as like a set of overtones, taking away all the transients and all the envelopes and making it just a blast. And I'm playing it basically like in tiny nuances. Yeah, here it comes. So that's the piano. It's transformed into this different thing. It is a fragile process to share it like this, but it's also a chance, because gets lost words. That's a way to have fun for me. This track, there's also a music video that Julian Moser and Felix Moser did. That's also on my YouTube channel, and it's an absolutely lovely exploration of this process of transformation in the visual world, meaning there's a contrast between nature and how we shape it through technical means, and it goes through the electricity you see above into shafts down below that are temporary storages for nuclear waste and an abandoned nuclear reactor, which, as someone pointed out, looks like next door. Sound in mind. I would like to know parametric key settings. Not much. I think in mastering there was EQ edit. I didn't do lots of EQ on this. Turn the music down a tiny bit. Gator, that's nice to hear. Jonathan Keener reminds me of music in the Shining movie. I adore that music. Isn't it Bernard Herrmann? It is Bernard Herrmann. I love Bernard Herrmann. I adore the strings when they arrive, when they go to the hotel. This is one of the most powerful pieces of music in scoring that I know. I think Busta Rhymes sampled it for a track, which I found lovely. So I take this as a compliment. What's the story behind the album? How did you decide? For instance, specifically, what's the story behind Assertion? For Home Stories, this is pictures that Julian Moser took, and he's also the same person who made the video, is the filmographer of the video, together with his brother Felix, who, by the way, curated this album. And I'll go into the process, what curating means in the context of this album too. And he basically, we talked about the album cover, and he films on this beautiful old camera with this beautiful old Kodak film. And I wanted to have something that we talked about, this feeling of transformation, how we see nature where we come from being changed by technology. And I came to the title came first. I knew the title was Home Stories, and then Julian picked a few pictures and he came up with this, and I also found it's perfect to have like something that is basically near where he lives, where he comes from in Franken, and is a home story, but it's also like I'm listening to home with these giant antennas, which I think are spy antennas, if I'm not mistaken, but maybe Felix is in the chat and can correct me on the complete details on that. KK Kids, yes, there is tape speed modulation on this. I always play back the piano at half speed, because half speed piano and then applying filters to that just unlocks secrets, a lot of secrets. There's secrets in every sound, I believe, in the overtones that happen, and tape is one of the ways to unlock it, as are bandpass filters. This track, that's nice to talk about the process of creation for a minute, because I myself did not put this album together. Felix Moser did. I gave him access to my whole library of pieces, and funnily enough, he picked a lot of pieces that were created in in the time I was in the Black Forest in my hometown, where I also recorded the album Gestures. I recorded parts of ambient piano works there, which are previous album on Ziles, which I urge you to check out. But yeah, he picked those as the core pieces around Home Stories and then moved around. And on this track that you're hearing now, we were both like, isn't this a bit different? Because there's no piano in here. This is all Suiko ST50, the Japanese synthesizer, played into, I think, just an Alesis wedge. And he just said, it's good to have a change of pace. And I agreed, even though I feel the texture of this is different from the other tracks. This is much colder, but it fits into the whole album because it's a contrast. It's different. It gives you another perspective. And this is all Suiko onto a 4-track, and I'm playing the Suiko live while I'm also playing the different tracks on the 4-track again at half speed. Argent Irons, yeah, that's nice to hear. This was that was on the Suiko video. Yeah. Thank you, Jerry. Nice cat icon. I didn't even know that I could see the icons here. Ah, perfect. Here's Felix with info. Felix, I'm really thankful for you helping me put this album together, and it's so good to have someone to reflect your music to that you trust, because as an artist I'm sometimes more stuck into the process how I made things and not as much in the actual, how other people listen to the music. There's one track on here that I actually made just for a demo for an Ableton 1-minute thing, and I would simply, because I just made it like that really fast, I would never have thought that this would be something that could work in an album. I'd immediately not thought this possible. But then he put it in there and I was like, you are right. He made me rediscover my own music through this process of curation, and I'm very thankful for that. Grandmaster Beats, it's the Alesis wedge. The Alesis wedge is just the most washy reverb that I know. It's lovely, but it's still kinda natural. Gonna change the banner for a second, just so you know where to get it. Here's something I hope comes through on the stream. This is the Moog Subharmonicon playing, and I play live piano to it, but I left the window open, so you can hear sounds from the streets wafting in. And the birds, there's birds. So this is like a small picture of Neukölln. And yeah, basically also an homage to the city and the Stadtteil. What's that called? Stadtteil? Borough? I don't know. So scatter noise. It's something a piece that's very en passant, but I like to open my music to the sounds around me and have mics open and little things happen, so it's more lively than if I would just go straight in line with everything. To go to the comments. Yeah, I'm from Baden-Württemberg, a Badner, as you would say. And I can't really do the accent because my parents moved from the north south of Germany there. But a Weng. Trying to remember what I used for delay. It might have been the blooper, but I can't remember. I know the piano runs through the Nagra. Yeah, it's the blooper. Here you can hear it. Ha! That's typically blooper sound. This digital grains when they come in. Yeah, and it was recorded. No, with the Brilliant Kier mic. I recorded with the baby-sized Brilliant Kier mic into the blooper directly. Lars! Hey! That's Lars Leverenz. He's our lead. He put out the first vinyl I was ever on, ages ago, with my very old band. Hi Lars, it's so lovely to see you here. I wonder, like at first I thought that, what's that crackling? Is there a person next to that track? Then I realized I'm playing this from vinyl, so the vinyl is crackling a bit. Because I've little memory how this track came about. Felix discovered it in my library, which is like, I don't know, 1,000 tracks or something, and put it in there. But it's also from last year and from those sessions, but it's like a Kleinod, a very small little piece, and I love making these because I used to do a lot of mix cassettes, and these short tracks, like 1 minute 30, were always perfect to, when you had a little bit of space left over. So this is like lovely to have such a track on an album. And that's already side A. Let's switch over to side B. This is a very primitive player, by the way. It's an old Akai I got in a flea market in Hamburg for 25 Deutsche Mark. And it has just speed and power, and the light is broken now, but it's direct drive. Sounds pretty good. I compared it to a 1210, and it holds up, especially with a nice system. And it's basically indestructible. So, really happy about this. Let's go to side 2. Hi Bruno. Hi Lona Shai. Thanks Frankie. Gaetan, I don't know library tapes. 19 tapes left? What? Is it already... What? Is that on Bandcamp already? Crazy. Okay. It will be on Apple. It comes, like, that's one thing. Bandcamp first, for the first 2 weeks on Xyle, and the digital is pay what you want. So you can pay nothing, or you can pay $1 or 5 or 10, whatever you want. So for the first 2 weeks. And then it goes onto the streaming services 2 weeks later. And 10% of all proceeds go to a charity that Xyle Records decides every half a year. So the more you give on Bandcamp, the more comes to the charity and so on. But I think that's a nice model, and I think Bandcamp is one of the best places for music, so this also supports that platform. And it's good to keep the streaming services a bit waiting. Though I did say we did make a Spotify single release before this, but the full album will be out on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, whatever, all of these things in two weeks. $17, you're crazy. Thank you. And yes, this will definitely ship to the States. Sound in mind, yeah. This will ship to the USA, which is lovely because I remember with my last album, it took some time before it was able to ship to the US. So probably that's the only reason why there are still some copies left. So if you buy this one, why not get the other one? You can save on shipping that way. Do you have any reference structures in mind from real-life buildings, nature patterns when you're building up musical structures of the pieces? I do get terribly inspired by both nature and architecture, and that's why I think like this video and the cover and everything and technology, this is like where everything comes together for me. So, and I've watched, but you have to imagine that when I grew up, I looked out of my window. I saw one ruin of a castle there, one of the biggest, and then another one there from my window. And then a house came up, and that view got cut. Then another house came up, and that view got cut. Then they put windmills for electricity on the mountains, and everything changed, And this process of change has been very influential to me, how nature and architecture and technology change everything. So this is kind of like where it all finally comes together in one piece of art that is reflected in the artwork, in the music, and in the video. Thank you. And thanks to you, Daniel, too. Switzerland. Grüezi. Hochechastli. That's probably the only Switzerdeutsch I can do. But I like where I come from is like 40 minutes, like near Freiburg, 40 minutes to Basel. And I worked a bunch in Switzerland. Lovely place. Thomas. Yes, it was Thomas saw me. Okay, yes, he saw me jogging. Say hi to him. Lovely. That's such a coincidence. Grandmaster Beats. Yeah, I realized that some of my music that I think is very mellow has always a little bit of a unnerving element to it, but that element is not unnerving for me. When somebody tells me that there's an unnerving element, I have to analyze what that could be. And I think it's those weird off-key Schwebungen, the beats of the oscillators. For me, they're very pleasant, but other people oftentimes perceive those as dissonant. But I don't have that feeling of dissonance for those. For me, they're just going drifting in and out of dissonance and consonance for some reason. So it's something I have to constantly remind myself that my perception of music is sometimes a bit different. Could you hear that ending? Tape stop. That's one of... I just need to stop the record. Stop the record. Stop the record. Stop the machines. So, no, that tape stop. I really, when the first time I heard this, like a real tape stop, like track just done, I think that was on a Tricky album. I think the second one that he did, where track just stopped. And that was something that people that were in rock bands and like that, they were like, it's got no ending, it just stops, that's really blub. I was like, no, this is cool, it shows the thing on which it was recorded, just the tape stops. It's like, it's almost like the track says, I was just a track. It has that Brechtchen, like Brecht. It has this moment of epic theater where it tells you, now I'm about to sing you a song about love. And in this song, it's going to be about how love works in this and this circumstances. And now I'm going to tell you how I'm going to sing the song. So this kind of thing, like this meta, I really like that. So I love putting this into records. And the track that I'm playing now, the next one, that is the one thing that I made for Ableton's One Thing series. And it was originally just a demo to show my technique of how I have unsynced loops play off each other and how that can create these ever-shifting patterns that can be very hypnotic. And then the guy who did the video said to me, yeah, it's cool, but can you just add like a little beat so it can be also an outro and stuff like that? And okay, sure. And I really just opened up my list of sound packs, because for patrons I make so many sound packs, 60, 70 of those. And fun thing is I can always also use them for myself. So I just got, okay, so here's lock-in amplifier, here is UBM, here's this and this and this. And I just put in all these little beats to these piano and the Juno 60 that's in there. And that was done. So, and now it's on the album, thanks to Felix. I'm really happy about that. So let's do a proper vinyl start with a wow, a swarm of dead insects. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, live shows. Yeah, it's rare. I'm going to see Scanner this Saturday at the former airport of Tegel, which is hopefully going to be absolutely lovely. I'm always like, it's like to go out among people is weird, of course, in these times, but I can't not see him play here. Thank you, Enza. I want to thank all of you. I thank you, Pedro. Thank you, Somatic. Yeah, that live show in Kona, that was really... I felt so rusty because I've gotten really good at playing live. That's one of the reasons I started my channel, was to get good at improvising music live. And there are things like the Weimar sessions, the Bertlichow sessions, where just put on the camera as like play for 40 minutes, 30 minutes, and don't make tracks, just perform. And this is how one of the ways I got good at playing and improvising live. But with all these canceled concerts, I didn't do that process. So now I've developed I'm developing a new program that will be very different from anything I've done before, and that will premiere on the 8th of October, but it won't be based on improvisation, it will be a composition. And that's something I can just rehearse, and I can play that again and again, but it will always be different because I come from improvisation. But that's gonna be very, very different, because I'll be playing an electronium, the 1950s vacuum tube accordion, a piano tuner from Manuel Goltermann, also a vacuum tube synthesizer. That will go into 2 Nagra loops and will be processed by giant 50s filters. And it's gonna be the first program where I'll need a roadie because everything is too heavy to carry alone. I will need a car. And it will be on festivals like Impulse Festival that will premiere on the 8th of October, and I'm gonna play it hopefully also in the Landesakademie Baden-Württemberg in Schwabe, and then I hopefully get other bookings for that, because that's gonna be a massive, massive program that I'm really proud of. And I'm gonna document everything how I do it, so I'm gonna also show it on this channel. Whoa. Thank you, Steve. That's amazing. I don't know what to say. I wouldn't have expected that. Thank you very much. Yes, I'm actually planning to make an album of that will also be a direct recording of the live show. And if it goes according to plan, it will be recorded live onto a vinyl, a disc, immediately. So, but it will pass through a Studer J37 tape machine and then go onto the vinyl directly, because I'll be working with a vinyl plant, and the session is planned for October, November. And I hope I can do that, because it will be in the Netherlands, so it will require me to travel. But I'm really, really looking forward to making this basically a very raw, direct live record. And I gotta get good at playing it until then. So that's another added point of pressure for me. I think that's something that Zal decides. Like every half year, they pick a new charity. So it's not like all these. It's like all the proceeds go from one half year. The 10% go then to that charity. I don't know which one Boris picks for this year, but maybe Boris can tell more. Yes, there's an update, but not a release date. So, Felix, again, who helped me put this together, also made an album that's called, working title, Rhythmic. And that has many of the dance titles that I made in the I want to dance, so I make dance music in my studio from the past months. And I'm looking still for a good home for that. So, because it's a different album to anything I've done before. It's very cosmic, very dancey. But I'm very hopeful that I'll be able to put this out, next spring, probably. That would be lovely. But with the lead times on vinyl, depends if it would. What will happen? We'll see. We'll see. That's true, Bruno. Samuel Christensen, do you ever worry about not being able to get spare parts to repair some of the vintage gear you use the most? Not really, because there's much available still. On some of the brilliant care equipment, I've got the techs worry about that, and oftentimes they're able to search because they're pretty ingenious. So. The people I work with is Rerun Electronics, and they source parts, I think, even from Brazil or Spain to get for servicing a Brilliant Kia multimode filter, which was amazing. Yeah, so parts are usually able to come around, especially with the older stuff that's mostly discrete. And all the tubes are usually available, and most of them are not super rare. Cheers back from which part I am? Corner Park Kiez. So I have the Coco Quantos from Seat Lombard, which is already a lo-fi 8-bit sampler. But I discovered a new tool thanks to a comment somebody posted to the video. I discovered an amazing new tool from the early 2000s that is a fantastic lo-fi sampler that pretty unknown. But yeah, I ordered that, and I hope it will come soon, and I'm gonna explore that because it seems absolutely amazing. Could be the perfect tool to bring test equipment with me for concerts where I need to fly. So, and I'm not gonna tell much more because it's too cool. And wait for the video. Just say hi. Hi is perfectly fine. I always enjoy talking to people. Just say hi when you see me around. I like that. I like talking to people. As I wouldn't be here sitting, even though it's protected by a screen and moderators. But still, thank you. I love talking to people. Usually it's one stereo master mix from the analog board onto tape, and sometimes when I think there's something missing, I do one or two overdubs. But mostly it's one takes, and I take out the boring parts if I have to and edit it nicely down. But this album is mostly recorded on a small Sony PCM D100 recorder, which I love for its sonic quality. I prefer it to many interfaces, and because I recorded most of these tracks in the Black Forest. But this track not. This track is actually recorded onto tape, which is the gentle hiss, I think, that you can hear. It's here in my studio. I'm playing modular, and the modular runs through E-Wave metallic gong resonator, and then this is a harmonicon and the piano. No, and I didn't know about the abandoned gasometer in Oberhausen. I was in Oberhausen once for theater, but I was only in the theater there, and I played in the tent there. But I didn't know there was an abandoned gasometer there. Oh, there's many machines. There's many cool machines. And I discover new ones every day. But except for one or two like missing things, like that I would absolutely love to have, I'm very happy because now the setup is very unique. I'm just looking at it because it's very unique. Most of this is unknown stuff, cheap stuff. There's one or two expensive pieces, but much of this what I have is it's unknown stuff, and most of it's great. So some stuff is known by freaks, some stuff is not even, is only basically known by me and the few people I tell about some of that before I put it out on a video. I mean, I've got a setup here right now that the video that I'm gonna make about this is gonna be, this made me stop making music because I just turn it on and everything sounds so beautiful that I don't feel like I want to do anything. I just want to listen to this for 2 hours, 3 hours, and that's done. Favorite guitar. My favorite guitar. I think that's my daughter's little Strat. It sounds really crappy. It's a little pink Strat that I bought for her. It's in the living room. But I love playing it because it's so unassuming. And of course I actually like Tele and Strat really just to play for fun, but I'm not much of a guitar player. I like playing bass. How to avoid ground loops and excessive hum. Power conditioners on the main part. I've got power conditioners on the main stuff. Always lots of banana stuff. I always have the grounding ready, and there's like a banana patch bay here that's just for ground, that has ground connections to everything, and it just topples always behind my mixer. It's kind of messy, my setup here, but yeah, also keeping the gear in good shape, that's important. But yeah, I'm sometimes astounded that I have this little grounding problems. My favorite multi-effect is the Eventide H3000. It's absolutely amazing. I love it to bits, and I'm happy that I got it at pre-Corona prices, because they had risen crazily again. So that's a fantastic unit that hums a lot. That's one of the most hummiest unit because the transformer hums, and I need to turn it off when I record with a microphone. What do your parents think of your music? Oh, my mother likes it when the piano is there, and she watches all my videos, so she's happy. My father, I don't think he ever understood it, but he was, how you say, especially with the old band, because he worked a lot from home. So when we played, he couldn't work at home because the drum kit was directly underneath him. So he was tolerant of it, but he didn't understand it. He never thought that would be anything much. But I think when I got like bigger theater gigs, they understood what I was doing, especially when I composed for orchestra and stuff like that. So then they start understanding. Basically, when I had reached like a certain level of my work, and yeah, I could just afford to live from that only. So then, as a parent, I understand that then it's something that that is also important as a parent. Wow, we're already done with the album. I didn't even say anything to that track. Yeah, but it's called Metallic. Very simple because it uses a lot of that metallic resonator and that all these beautiful sweeps and swoops that you're hearing. And I'm so happy that I got one of those. It's an amazing. I'm gonna take that on tour with me too. Oh no, it's gonna be a nightmare. I need to figure out ways to ship that because the gong is like moving always. So I need to oh God, I need to take that with me. I forgot. Okay, well, that was the album. Thank you all for the listening part of this. This is. I'm just gonna go to what do your kids think of the music? Every time it sounds. I play like piano. Again, piano works always. Piano is the great like talking point with everything, and we've been going a lot into the music of Zelda. And every time I make anything that's mindful of Breath of the Wild, they like it. And when it's rhythmical, they also like it. But when I'm going too, they're like, noise. So too loud, bad, turn that off. But piano and Breath of the Wildish parts, that's perfectly acceptable. Yes, okay. So, Ambalek. Oh, thank you, buddy. Thank you. That's very nice of you. Thanks. Okay, so now it's time for me to pull in a few friends because now we're coming to after this album listening, and thank you all for this moment because it's listening an album with the artist. I know it's kind of odd, but I just love it. It's the fourth time that I've done this, especially with the albums on Xyle, and I feel it's always it's kind of cathartic, especially when there's no way right now to perform this live. So now I just want to invite some friends because now my channel reached 100,000 subscribers, which is like a goalpost, like a pretty important one, a milestone, as you might say. And it reached that like a few months back already, like before the summer holiday. But now the button has arrived. At least I hope it is that. It doesn't say from whom it's from. It just says UPS urgent. So I think this is it. If it's something else, well, maybe I'll just opening a guitar pedal or something and then I have to play the guitar pedal. But before we do that, I just want to invite a few friends that have been very important for me in this whole like journey to YouTube. And you might know most of them. The first one is Konstantin, who together with me did the Single Mode Synthesis series of live streams. And he basically he guided me and talked to me and was always like a partner to bounce ideas off when I started this channel, how go about it, what would be the important thing. And some of these things are still true to this day. So here's the first guest, and then all the others will come in a few moments. And for everybody, I'm just going to put in so you know what's happening. Yep, so everybody jumps in now. So now here's the first guest. Hello.
Hey, hi.
How you doing?
I'm good. I loved the album. The last track was fantastic.
Thank you very
Super
much.
nice.
Thank you very much.
I mean, everything is gorgeous as always, but the last track was like impeccable. So congratulations on the new release and for reaching 1,000K.
I
No,
would
100,
like
right? 100.
1,000K. That would be like, I remember like when we talked about like, okay, YouTube, how can this work? How does it work? What's important? Like we were talking about, yeah, you could reach like 5,000 or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was, yeah. Oh.
See, so the 1,000K is just around the corner. It's gonna happen eventually. I mean, it sounds far off right now, but it's gonna happen. Same thing as going from the imaginary 5,000 to reaching 100,000.
Yeah, like I think like in this whole thing, the hardest thing was the first 1,000. I think like that was how to go from 0 to 1,000. That was the hardest part, and from 1,000 to 10 suddenly not so much anymore. But then like it, because after some time it gets really, it's a lot of work to do this. But yeah, I would never have imagined, like I would always thought of myself, okay, this is very niche. I'm doing very niche things. So that was kind of the thoughts that like we also had. But you told me one thing in the beginning that was very important for me, that the music should always be in the foreground of this. So
Yeah, you're not a YouTuber. You're a composer. That's the. I mean, yeah. By now you're also a YouTuber, obviously. But
mhm.
the major thing is that you have a very interesting way of looking at things, and you're a composer first and foremost. And
Mhm.
if I remember correctly, that was my suggestion. Like you should
Exactly.
focus on
And
that
I
part
kept that
instead of.
advice. I kept the always the musical approach there. So the music should always be the core of everything that I put up here on this channel. And I focus that to put the music first in this whole thing. And I think that's also like we worked together on a score together, and
Yeah.
that was a lot of work. There was so much work. It was a theater score for like a full orchestral score, and for live theater. So the actors would get to play Dr. Caligari, das Kabinett des Dr. Caligari, famous black and white movie, to the music synchronized. So I composed the music through all kinds of weird means by like having the modular compose it, transposing it then and transposing it to MIDI and Melodyne, cutting out the notes, and then basically arranging it all as MIDI files. And because I can't for the life of me work with notation and engraving software like Sibelius, I said, you have to do the engraving part. And
Yeah.
I gave you really bad MIDI parts, like with all kinds of different like things, because I had to make the demos sound good. So I did the things that you do when you do MIDI parts, right? Like make like length, you do the piano roll and make it longer, so the note is longer. And once you import it into Sibelius, you get like a whole mess. And
Yeah, it was. I need to point out that the most difficult part was because the first tracks were modular stuff, and then we had to sit down and see like, okay, how can this become actual orchestral sounds? So we spend a
mm-hmm.
lot of time. I remember that, like, we spent a lot of
Oh
time
yes.
doing the actual orchestration, like, okay, this should be a flute and this should be a timpani and that should, okay, and then we tried that, and as soon as that was set in stone, yeah, it was a lot of back and forth and meaty and notes on the score, but yeah, okay,
And
that was
marimba parts.
and
Marimba parts.
marimba
Yeah, yeah. You
parts.
were like, this should be a marimba. And I said, okay, yes, okay. It's very good. It was like one
It
of my
was.
favorite parts in the whole thing was like this like marimba duet with piccolo flute. And for everybody who would asking if there's like a recording, oh, can we put some more music, some of the same in the background while we hang out? I can rewind. I can put it a bit more quiet, and then we can have more background music. I think
Yeah,
that's
you should. It's great.
helpful. So no, but let me just make it a bit more quiet here. This is all running through my desk, and I had nice microphones set up to record everything, but they were vintage microphones, and the power supply from these vintage microphones like went up poof, and it cut out the whole power of the whole audio section of the whole theater. And they were like, what's happened here? I was like, eh. So I could only record it on a Zoom H2, which sounded like absolute garbage. So there's no recording that I can share. And it's also from one thing that I didn't really know. Like, it only gets good at the when it plays live. Like the orchestra is only good like when the audience is there. Before it's just like kind of weird. So that recording I can't share of this whole thing that we did together.
Yeah, that's too bad. Although I do remember that you did record some stuff during the sessions, which you definitely took advantage of on other records, right?
Oh,
I
yes.
seem to remember you using some of those recordings in other stuff as well.
Yeah, all of my first ambient albums, like writing for the orchestra, was the first time I was able after that to do true ambient with no beats. And I made albums. I made albums on what was the label again? Spring Break tapes. That was completely made from these recordings. I processed them on the OP1 and Coco Quantus, and I made more records out of all these sounds. And up to this day, my favorite string sounds is still like the live recording from the room while they're rehearsing my piece, and I'm using that sound for all of my strings still because it's a real thing. And there were 40 people in the room. I recorded it with just the Zoom, and it's still on the OP1. It just sounds magical. So it's always there still. That 2015, I think, pre-YouTube, pre-everything, I think that was.
Yeah, it's a long time ago. And funny that you should mention spring tapes, because I still have a spring tape sticker from the case that I bought from you, the Euro case. It has like it came with a suit thingy, and it has spring tapes, something like that on top. And every time it reminds me of you whenever I open that case.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, you've been working on a lot of modules, right, with many manufacturers in the past year, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming in and out of the studio. I have so many beta units lying around. It's
Okay.
impossible.
Mhm.
It's fun. It's fun to work with a lot of people. It's very creative in the background of things as well as using them. It's pretty nice.
Mhm. Yeah, and you've just check. Good. Nick Bad. Okay, sorry, that was a comment. And
Yeah.
the one.
I read.
That's that part again. That's like that breakdown is like they talked about earlier about. It's kind of that's like the weird thing when I have like my music in the background. It's like it's just draws me in.
It must be very weird. You can't unzoom from it, right?
Yeah. So shall we bring in our second guest?
Yeah, great.
So our second guest is already here, and it's a person who's been very, like, he started a lot of things with me in his chaotic way that I absolutely love, and that taught me to enjoy more the way to make videos that's more exploratory. Just saying, okay, I'm just gonna see what happens. While before I saw them more as like essays, so I do all the research, I prepare them, I make them really nice, but his like looser approach, let's just try it. I took parts of that and incorporated them into my videos, and that has been absolutely refreshing for me to approach it from that point more. So, and he's also a friend of mine, and here he is, Simon the Magpie.
Hey.
Hello. How you doing?
I really want that introduction. Can I save that introduction? Put it on my website or something.
You can. I can.
Such
I can
free
re-say it.
spirit loser who opened my mind to the fact that you can be a loser but still have fun.
Where did I ever say
It's a good
loser?
approach.
Where in your brain
Oh, you
does
didn't?
like free
I
flow?
heard the
Where does it
word
go to
loser.
loser?
Maybe
You heard
didn't
loser?
say. Yeah.
Loose? No, loose approach.
Yeah.
A loose approach, not a loser approach.
I didn't take it as
Simon is playing
offensive at all.
pictures.
I liked it. I liked that
Yep.
you said you can have a looser approach. So you said
but-
looser approach.
Yeah, loose like in this cable is
Yeah.
loose. It's not tight.
Exactly.
So it's like
But
a
I like-
loose, like yeah.
I kind of like having a looser approach.
This is how wars are started.
It's some Freudian slip right there, Simon.
Yeah.
Oh.
I love the door. It's pretty very subtle, man.
Very subtle. Yeah.
Very.
I can't close it, but I can open it more. We talked about that before we started streaming.
Ah.
Shameless plug. Disappear.
No, but close it. It's always good
No,
to put out your merch. Put it out. It's
Big
like
brand.
it's also creepy when I see like it's always I think like people are coming out. Who's coming out there behind there?
I'd rather,
buy your
I'd rather
merch is
see
fine.
I'd rather see the plug than have to think of you doing pull-ups with the bar right there.
Oh, yeah, I do
So-
it every.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can't just
I
see
believe
how
you,
strong I am.
But I don't want to picture it in my head. So no, I'd rather see the merch.
Beautiful. It's in between soldering sessions, you know. It gets steamy.
Yeah, but I actually do that when editing. I've got little what you say like a hanteln. So when I edit, because like that's one of the things that I hate the most about
How do you
doing
edit?
videos is like checking the videos, you know.
Yeah,
But you have to check them because there's always mistakes, always errors. So
don't.
what I do then is I watch and then I'll be like, And sometimes I have to do a lot of workouts because the video is like still like very unfinished.
Yeah.
But it's good. So it's also good
I
against
have
like
very-
back pain.
My approach is I edit the entire video just as an answer to this, and then I upload it to YouTube, and then I watch it on my phone on YouTube.
Yeah, that's perfect. That works
Yeah.
really well. Then you check it. That's the best check. That's like listening in
Yeah,
your car.
Yeah.
So
It's
it
the
works really
hardest.
well.
Retro.
You should
Anyways.
watch it the first time after putting it on for everybody else to see.
Yeah. In a week or so.
In a week.
And then
Like,
decide to
a
pull it
week
and then
later.
re-edit. And
Yeah.
the videos are never done. They're always a
Yep.
process.
No, it's a continuous process, right?
Word. Anyways, you were saying something before, maybe, and then I did the whole loser thing because I misheard.
Yeah, I think there was the whole approach about like more loose, and then of course all the challenges. And I mean, later we're gonna do like one thing that comes again from one of our like back and forths, because you were very mean to fan organs, and I made a reply video to you being mean about fan organs. Yes. And then I did a thing at the end where I just said, and of course the fan organ is not the worst instrument. We all know it's the, and then black.
Oh.
So now the worst instrument shall be revealed today, after at the final point at some point.
And then I'm gonna have to step it up, and then you're gonna have to step it up, and then I'm gonna have to step it up, and then we'll, I don't know, explode or something.
You're
I
gonna
don't
merge into Mag-Heimbach pie. or
Maybe we
something.
should design and release the worst instrument ever. That's just unplayable.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
I would buy it. I would buy it.
You would?
It-
We have a market here. We have one.
It shocks you when you turn it on.
Yeah.
It al-
That's
And that's
awful.
all it does. It just shocks you when you turn it on, and then it turns off on its own.
with the mechanical thing, it turns itself off like that,
Yeah,
like
ki-
a
kinda
enhancement of that machine.
I did that though.
But
I turned
yeah,
that
of course you
into a
did.
guitar
Yeah.
pedal, yeah.
Ah,
That
all
was
right.
very stupid.
Yeah, so worst instrument is gonna come later. But one thing that's also nice that I wanted to share is like destruction loops. You challenged me to do destruction loops, and I've done 4 of these now. So, and I think the first one that was just from the challenge, it was just music. And hi Sam, I see you in the background. I'm just gonna pull you in a bit, just a few more moments. Are you gonna be? And the first thing is it was how you say it was an aesthetic thing, how it sounds. The second thing was me how dealing with all the internet commentate that I got and other like Noah Blanc-Oui, you and Jeremy, and that was hate loops. That was one of my most important videos up to date. Then I did regret, where I had the audience bring in their regrets and I destroyed those. Then I did a digital version, which was also more aesthetic. And now I'm doing one on the 7th of October, which is at the Impulse Festival, and that will be rather political. Because that festival was, it is a festival for new music, neue Musik, classical, stuff like that, neue Klassik and electronic experimental. And the local party, that the right-wing party, the AfD, hated that festival so much that they put it in their party program for the election there, that this festival has to be abolished. So they wanted to, no art, we don't like this. And that's never happened, to put like an experimental music festival in your party program. So when I heard that story, and I was like, hey, Destruction Loops is a very cool tool to deal with this whole process. And I'm going to use them in this very political context in Halle. And I bought some cheaper tape machines in case someone comes and smashes them all down. But it grows. It grows and grows and grows, this Destruction Loops process.
When they write a book about it, and I want to have a footnote.
Yeah, definitely gonna big footnote. Writing a book about me now. I'm gonna write a book about me. Yeah.
You are?
No, I'm not gonna write a book about me.
We write books about each other, all three of us.
Yes, okay. Yeah, we write like
nice.
fan fiction.
Oh God, no.
No.
Twilight.
Speaking of
Twilight style.
I would buy fan fiction from Simon. That sounds interesting for sure.
I don't think you. Yeah, read it once.
Only one time.
And then burn it.
It burns on its own, dude. It just burns on its own.
Yeah. So let's bring in the fourth person for today, and that's Look Mom No Computer, aka Sam. Hello. Oh.
How you doing?
Doing fine.
Why?
How? What? We've suddenly got wired. It's suddenly like, oh no, I can see everything. Oh, I was trying to crop the frame, but then suddenly, yeah. How was the album listening? I'm sorry, I was in the car. I couldn't listen.
It was lovely. I mean, like,
absolute
people
failure.
enjoyed it, and
amazing.
I had fun.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, like, I love doing this with the ambient records. I can't do this with the techno test equipment records because it would be like, yeah, show you in the club.
Yeah.
It would be a very different kind of stream then.
Oh, is it still running? Now you're cropped out. You can see it still running next to you.
Yeah, it's still running. It's very quiet in the background. Can you hear it even?
Yeah.
Should be. People that requested it, so it's like a bit in the background.
It's chilling out. Yeah. You know, you were talking about the most useless instruments, and then you were talking about the Switch. And Simon, didn't you make the effects pedal with that? That was like an effect. Yeah. Well, it's funny you guys talk about that because I've been figuring out a machine today, and it's got I found that like this thing has the same principle. So this is like a uni-selector, but the solenoid on it, which is this big electromagnetic thing that pushes that. Well, as it turns itself on, there's a couple of contacts that make it turn itself off.
Okay.
So it goes like and spins around really quickly, and it goes because it keeps on turning itself off.
Looks like one of those that you fasten like when you have to stick things together that are big and cannot move around. For example, in a truck, and then you go.
Yeah. But for music.
Yeah.
Is that
It's
like from the telephone exchange machine, or?
No, actually, this one's. I think it's from an elevator or something. But it's like we're gonna make a step sequencer with it because.
Funny how you have so much stuff, but you don't have a mic stand.
Yeah, I know. I have it. I was trying to find one just now. I couldn't find one. This is the only mic I've got, and it's all busted and dented. It's awful.
Oh.
It does the job.
Sam, got a question for you. If you make that sequencer, is it technically going to be elevator music instantly?
Oh! One of the century. I'm writing that down. Writing it on my footnote. Big footnote.
Ooh.
Elevator music. Ooh.
Actually, Heimbach, can I still play it like your rain? Sorry for maybe I should ask.
What do you mean?
Stream. You were talking about like how you were playing as if
playing
rain.
like rain. Yes, of course.
And that's amazing lyric material. Play it like your rain. It's kind of sexy.
Play like the rain.
Yeah, not like your rain. You are rain. Play it like you are rain.
Like a golden shower.
That escalated quickly.
Yeah, I like it.
So, Simon, oh man, I mean, you probably already chatted about this, but like,
Speaking
what's
of golden
happening?
shower, how's
Yeah,
Simon?
golden showers. Like,
You were
like,
probably. Oh, God.
how's it been going?
This is going so fast.
It's weird not seeing videos come at, like every day, and then like you suddenly came out with a load of effects pedals. That's crazy.
You know, sometimes it's nice to just consume content and
Just
not make
change.
it. Get like an outside perspective. It's
Yeah, that's
very
well
nice.
good. How's the pedals? They look awesome.
Thank you.
There's only one demo up, isn't there? Where's
Yeah,
yours,
they're all-
Heimbach? You've got yours sitting around.
Yeah, I'm looking for it. I'll look it.
Oh, he sold it already. He put it. Took it
No.
For reverb.
That's how you make money.
Oh, is it a reverb, that one?
No, he signed it with Heimbach, sold it, made a profit.
Yeah. Oh, have they got serial numbers?
Mm.
Oh, cool.
Since I'm hammering everything.
Yeah, you're
every
hammering
day,
it.
hammering.
That's really
Nice.
cool. Do you put dye in it, or is it paint in the hammering?
Yeah, like a black. It's
That's
only
awesome.
for jewelry stuff. So you get
Mm.
from jewelry type hobbies.
I noticed you had some 3D printed bits underneath the LEDs as well. That was cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Trying to
You've
put a
been
spin on-
working hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this has some stiff knobs. Oh shit. I
Ooh.
shouldn't-
Yeah, the rotary ones.
Yes,
I made that.
it's like a
I made the key.
double.
But that's not really my
Turbo.
fault. I guess they're just fresh.
Yeah, they're fresh. Oh, and I cut it. Yeah, but they're lovely. I mean, like the sound of this is lovely. I tried it on the bass kalimba and was like.
So what does that pedal do?
It's very CMOS. It's kind of Lunetta in a pedal, but you're triggering it all with the guitar input, I guess.
With the
So
sound.
40 106, and then 2 40 17. So you get 3 voices out.
Ah,
divided.
cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Did you have a problem with the height of the rotary switch and the potentiometers?
No, because
Oh!
I have knives. I can just go, you know.
Oh
Well,
no,
yeah.
it was more like, you know how rotary switches, a lot of them are taller than a lot of
Oh, so you
universal
mean
potentiometers. Height wise
when you-
no, like
Yeah.
when you stack them on a PCB. Are they PCB mount?
Yeah.
Whoa. So you've managed to find potentiometers at the same height.
But
Wait,
no,
like,
no.
go up
That's
to
why
the-
I've 3D printed, you know.
Oh, so you
what you do is you put
Some
one nut
standoffs.
on the inside of the potentiometer, then the height on the inside is the same. Sorry
And
for
now,
getting nerdy.
and now
Emma.
this is a DIY channel. Lars.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I haven't
That's-
spoken to Simon and Yonks. Anyway, well, let's talk about something
No,
else.
that's
Let's move on.
perfect.
Flick
No,
around.
I mean, it's lovely. Like,
Smart solution,
Bill-
actually.
we are all involved, like in instrument building. I mean, all 4 of us. So
yeah.
yeah.
Of course.
So-
Yeah, in all different types. There's some that
Yeah.
are in the screen, and there's some that are
Yeah, I'm doing
in a
screeny,
hand.
which is funny because I'm like very analog, but like I digital stuff. And yeah, you guys are doing hardware, and Konstantin on modules. So it's a very makey instrument makey stream suddenly. I mean,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
me that's new. I only started, and for Simon that's also new for you, right? Like, well, you've been making instruments like on your channel for a long time.
I was
So-
baby.
No, so that
I'm
was
lying. Yeah, that was a lie.
Yeah.
That was a weird
Oh,
thing to
okay.
lie about,
I'm
I
so
guess.
good gläubig. I just would have believed it immediately. So
He was a baby.
you got a baby?
Made
Why?
instruments?
Where is it?
What?
Show it.
When the hell did you do your first plug? What was the first? Well, do you remember how long has it been since you put your first plugin out? That's what I'm trying to ask. I mean,
Like
Simon. no, I'm back.
14 months. 14 months.
14.
And
It was
how
like
many
at the beginning of the like in June, I think. In June, Fundamental came out in June, and I'm gonna rewind this, and then
Rewind.
and then it was like, I mean, it was like 5 plugins in 11 months. So
Yeah.
it was a lot. But it was like, yeah, after like the Spitfire and landfill tolerance came out, I was like, I need a break, and yeah, but now the break is gone, and I'm just today I finished work on the next one. So
Oh, really?
yeah,
Wow. Is there any secret? Is it all
Yeah,
top
it's very
secret?
It's very secret, but it's very tape.
Ooh.
Are you very
Tape on-
secretive? Like you 3?
What do you mean?
Like, are you naturally
tell.
good at keeping secrets and enjoy doing it?
I'm
lot.
rubbish at it.
Yeah, it's I got an NDA helps. Like to have an NDA that helps me.
Yeah, it's like,
Eye
oh,
contract. Yeah.
I would love to tell you about it.
Yeah, but I would have to kill you. No,
Okay.
but I'm good at I'm good at teasing though. I like teasing things very slowly. So this is what I'm doing here. So
Slowly?
talking about that something's coming, but it's still a long way off.
Yeah.
So.
oh yeah. Oh, can you tease today? Plug in. Something's coming.
Yeah, I just did. Something's
very
coming,
tape.
but
yeah,
not
tape.
gonna do any more
It's
with tape.
Yeah.
So, no. But not more. I'm not gonna say anything more.
Okay. Well, let's see. Let's see in 5 minutes.
Cheers, Heinbach. Cheers.
What are you guys drinking there? Cheers.
What is everybody
Aye, aye,
on?
aye.
What are you got? But the best. Oh, Simon. Oh,
Oh, wow,
Maker's
Maker's
Mark.
Mark.
Yeah.
Wow.
I saw an advertisement because they don't sell. You know those like nicotine pouches that you have in Sweden. I just saw an advertisement for one in England. They never sold them in England before.
Yeah.
Just turned up. It's like what?
There you go.
Crazy.
Very nice.
And the advertisement
recommend.
was like, get the Nordic feel.
Well, that can be definitely. I can imagine people taking it the wrong way. But anyway, yeah.
Or the right way.
Those pouches are disgusting. You should never try
Depends
them
on
out.
the pouches.
Ugh.
Pouches is a fun word.
Like a
also.
small bag that you put.
Yeah.
And then when you're talking to
And then
people,
you become alive.
yeah.
Can you make a pedal that you sell that is basically you pop in a used pouch and it makes it more distorted?
We did. I started designing like an APC that you just put the lid on this, so the
Genius.
case. Yeah.
What's
That's
an
cool.
APC? I only know it's an armored person. Atari Punk. Oh, okay. Atari Punk console. Okay.
An armored personnel
Armored personnel carrier.
And you put him in here, and you sell
From Halo. From Halo.
yeah.
And then
It's a
when you
little-
open
little
it up,
for
it
ants.
shoots you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, lovely.
killing you slowly with tape. That's nice.
Yeah. Sam, how's the museum been doing?
It's been pretty good actually. It's been like slowly sell it like because I put like a capacity at it to start with because I don't know what's going on and stuff. But like just slowly ramping it up a bit. It's pretty good. It's damn good. People are nothing has broken yet. Touch wood. Actually, something set on fire. No, it didn't. It started smoking. You know the magic smoke. I needed to replace some capacitors, but that's about it. Pretty good. Pretty fun. Open nearly every Sunday. Woo! Come and have a. Oh, I just hit myself in the willy with the uni selector. That really hurt. Oh, mother.
Oh my god,
you should have like a Toman event at your museum.
Oh. Maybe
Oh.
Really cool.
but I don't think I can afford any to get you all over. Would you just
pay
come
our
over?
tickets. We just
Just come
sleep
and-
in there. I guess.
Sleep in there, yeah. No, yeah. Like a 24.
Yeah,
That really hurt.
Sleepover.
Oh.
Oh, that was
Take your
sore.
time.
You want to
Sounds
take a
good.
minute? You
No,
want to
that's
take a
not-
minute, Sam?
I can.
We can all hit ourselves so we can feel your pain.
So we can all feel you.
Please
That's
don't.
that's such a very Simon thing to say.
But
I would have
please.
said. My idea was you can get off stream and then get an ice pack or something and then come back, which is a very dad thing to say. And you're like, I'm all gonna hit ourselves in the nuts, stab ourselves in the nuts.
Because that's what you
better
do.
when you said it.
But yeah, I need some help plugging in all the test equipment. Like at the start, I was scared that like kids were gonna get electrocuted because they're not very good. But I've figured out a way of making them so they're safe. Because like Brawl and Cures, they can send
Yeah.
out spikes. So
Yeah,
I've got to
exactly.
modify them. Ooh, it's just time consuming.
Maybe you can
just put a
ground all the
warning.
kids.
Huh? What did you say, Constantine?
Warning is
Like I said, put a warning on it and then just.
Just say, but lab.
It's a feature. It's
Oh,
a
I
feature,
think I
right?
think risk assessments in the UK require a little bit more, but I can try.
Come on.
Oh, do you have to follow all these rules?
Oh
Like
man.
risk assessment, fire, hazard,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Wow.
Like I've the learning curve was like this. It was like, bureaucracy. So it's been a lot of figuring out. Like, yeah, there's a lot of things. I had to go on like a couple of courses that were just like they would you learn a little bit, but It's just in case something goes wrong. At least you're, what's the word? Due diligence. Is that the word?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That is.
It's a word.
It's a word. So like, you know, when you do your totem pole test, totem poles of doom. Like, do you have to? I guess they're not. Are they being touched? They're being played by people, aren't they?
No, but I was worried that people would touch them, but because I didn't secure them in any way.
Yeah,
I just stacked them on top so they would wobble when people would walk past. And I learned a lot about like how physics work, like put the low stuff deep, put the lighter stuff up. That was something that I learned.
That's a different way of using test equipment in a scientific form, but it works.
Yeah, exactly.
It's an experiment.
So, but people like were very like, even the kids, they didn't want to go near. So because they emanate a sense of danger. They had this sense of doom. They are dangerous because they were not secured and they looked kind of how you say, especially with all the cables connected, because there were like cables going from each to each other and then to a mixer. So we're in this web of cables. So you couldn't also really walk past them unless you would like step through the cables. So it was a bit dangerous, and that actually worked like for safety.
Yeah. Well, at least, you know, you got to think about these things. But yeah, like running test equipment is one of the last things that I've had to think about, because they're probably the most challenging things to think about how to make interactive for everyone. That's the other thing, is like you've got to try and make it interactive for everyone. So it's just, there's a lot of things. I just didn't think I had to think about things as much. I thought I'd just plug everything and turn it on and just go, but it's not the case, sadly.
Never been to a museum where you just go there and everything is plugged in and there's a guy standing going
wave me arm, man. Yeah. Well, I'll make sure to do it when you come then, Simon.
Amazing.
I'm definitely
I'm really
getting
looking
tickets
forward
for
to
that.
coming.
Me too. I also really want to come.
Yeah.
I mean, I stayed like in your place once. And it was lovely to sleep underneath the wall of Brilliant Care.
Yeah,
that was also
cool.
a bit menacing.
Did you know, like, Heimbach, well, I didn't find out until Heimbach turned up and saw my cat that he was allergic to cats, so we had to go and sleep. Sleep in the MOT garage, the car garage that I used to have with him.
That was a car garage. Okay.
Yeah, it used to be a car garage, and they went out of business, and that's what happened. But and then I was sick in the morning. I didn't even have much beer. Not very good.
Yeah.
Lovely.
But then we
drove to your gig.
Yeah, and you were fixing the car while we were driving. It was the weirdest thing.
Oh yeah.
Like you were. I was like, where are you? Where are you? And this was a Scirocco, right? And you were like, and then I was like, oh, you're under the car, okay. And you were like, really, you were like fixing it, and then you turned it on, and it was beeping, and you were like, okay, ripping it apart, and then we picked up your friend, and then it was like, while we were waiting, you were still tearing out things and.
Yeah, that was a weird problem. I can't remember what was the problem, but yeah, there was a problem.
An alarm went off. I think an alarm went off every like 10 minutes.
Alarm! Yeah, it was like, yeah. Mm-hmm. What a pain. But you got there safe and sound, so it's everybody got to see at Aldershot.
But didn't you at the last, like when you parked, like hit the wheel?
Yeah.
Like
and got a puncture. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, this car, I was like, because you were repairing so much, I was thinking, okay, this car is somewhere gonna just set fire. And when we drove, and we're also driving past like this where the V1 record, what's it called, like the airplanes were, and the V1 record. Rocket.
Oh yeah, there was the dude. Yeah, there was the Doodlebug, the V1. Yeah. That was at Manston Air Museum.
Yeah, I was like, okay, this felt perfect, like to be in the Scirocco driving past these, because it felt like.
Yeah. Yeah, that was cool. Like, you got well excited when you saw that. Oh,
it's a V1, and you said, oh, V1? No, you didn't.
Yeah. That was cool. It's cool that that's there, like getting to see it. Because they're cool. Like, you should go next time you come. We'll go to the Duxford Air Museum as well. They've got the whole takeoff thing.
Mm-hmm.
The V1, I don't know what it's called. What is it? What, you know?
Startrampe.
There we go.
What is a V1?
Vergeltungswaffe 1. It's a rocket that was designed to shoot and just like the first, like how you say, Marschflugkörper. I have all these words for
Guided missile,
unguided,
maybe?
it was unguided missile, right?
Time
It's just like
thingamajig.
timed, yeah. So, flying bomb. It was a flying bomb.
Yeah.
Made by
flying
Werner
bomb.
von Braun, I think.
Word? You looked at bombs?
No, they were
We
just
drove past one.
they were
in
on
England.
they're in
As
England.
you
They're
do.
on the countryside. They put
Yeah.
them,
No.
they put them there.
It's really strange.
Souvenirs.
When you
Like,
think about it, it's quite
Sounds
strange.
very weird, yeah.
Yeah, but
Like,
it's not
where-
weird.
Where do you put the bomb? You need to put it somewhere.
You need, yeah, and having
it
it
on
on
the
display
country
there.
side.
Let's
But like
not
we were
inspire
driving through
anybody.
Sweden. In Sweden, you've got like you drive past the Saab factory. There's a load of them. That's planes, actually. That's different.
Yeah, but we don't go there.
what do you mean?
We're disgusted by it.
You don't go to the Saab factory.
Shameful. Yeah. I've never been. I don't know. It just came as a surprise because I was really into your story, but then there was a bomb and I did not see it coming.
Yeah.
Remember.
Getting
I don't know what
sinister.
I thought it was.
No, but I'm really
Oh,
looking
maybe.
forward. Like, I hope at some point, because there were so many like more events where we're all supposed to meet, like Patreon events and stuff
Yep.
like that. And they contacted me again, and then it's okay. No, we can't. It's like kind of like it's not happening.
Yeah,
So, but
and
yeah, I hope next year it will be fine. But I'll probably like just come around like not for events, just like this for
the hangs.
privately. The hangs, exactly.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm sure we'll
Yeah.
do something. Like I'll do some sort
Definitely.
of. Inevitably, there'll be some sort of doing stuff. But you're all invited. Everybody's invited. And has anybody gone abroad?
Yeah.
To a different country.
Never.
You have.
We both went to Italy on different places.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
When was that?
Like July. No, wait,
Yeah.
August.
August, yeah. Same time,
Yeah.
almost same time. I went to a museum actually, like Museo del Synth Marchigiano, and where all the synthesizers from the Marche region were there, and it was amazing. It's an
Oh,
amazing
yeah.
experience.
That is cool.
Super good. So they're a bit like I thought about museums a bit, and this is like a private collection. So right now, but it's like the museum is like the meeting that they have to show it all. And but they're looking to waste. They want to get the story out about the synthesizers of that region because it was amazing how many factories were there and how beautiful instruments were created. How many? And then at some point in the 90s, in the late 80s, everything just crashed. All the companies closed down. Lots of people unemployed, and nobody wanted to talk about it anymore. So the story was lost, and now these freaks, they are trying to get the story back out, and it's an amazing place. And I played a show actually, and I visited the museum, made a video, and got to play with some of super rare instruments. Like I got to play an Echo computer rhythm, which is the first programmable drum machine ever from 1972. Which
Those are awesome.
it was super cool.
Oh, is
Such a
that the
great
one with? Oh, sorry.
Thank you,
Karen.
Stray Wool.
That story.
Yeah.
So dramatic soundtrack to when you were telling that story.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
It's a great track.
Yeah, I mean that place. I mean, like it's all the sounds of these synthesizers, and actually, like, can you see the big one standing behind me here? That's a Krumar DS2, and I had to buy that after I visited there. And of course, it arrived broken, but it arrived broken in the most loving, beautiful way, because this is a mono analog and a poly. No, because usually the mono and poly section are the same, play the same notes, but on this, the mono section plays different intervals from F sharp to B. So you get different crazy intervals, and you can't rely on your muscle memory or your thoughts how you play chords. You just have to do something different. And I made 17 tracks in 24 hours, of which like 6 are good. And it was super. I didn't open my window because I was afraid that like the inspiration would leak out.
Are you just talking about your farts?
Yeah.
Filling up the air.
No. Yeah, my synth farts, which is a very important genre of electronic music, as we both know, and you made the final answer to that proposition.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah,
Does
it was
Krum-
amazing.
does
So
does the
great
DS2
synthesizers.
Is it DS2? What the
Yeah.
the Krumar? Does that make?
Yeah.
Have you tried to make fart sounds? Is it? Has it got? It's got a filter, hasn't it?
It has a
Does
filter,
sound-
yeah, but I don't make fart. I've got I've got a machine for that. I've got your fart box.
yeah,
So
yeah. There's no
it's
need.
like it's done. It's so
Just wondered
I
if
al-
the Italian one was different.
nah. I think
Italian fart.
it's
We're South
It's a-
European. Bit
amazing.
Sour, more wine.
Yeah, spaghetti sauce kind of smell.
Somebody did mention spaghetti in the comments. Actually, was a nice spaghetti synth museum. Was that a play on words? Not a play, because it's in Italy, or is it just because they were talking about too many wires?
Yeah, probably
Ooh,
too many wires. This spaghetti is called wires.
well played.
Thanks to the lifted index.
Ooh.
I can dub things.
Ooh, haven't heard that thing in a while.
Yeah,
What's that going through?
Proud and
Dynacode VRS-23, one of the nicest Bucket Brigade things.
Dying. I'm searching it. Everything that you guys are saying, I'm searching them up. What's is going?
Yeah.
Oh man, I want
Shut
a
up.
computer rhythm. How much
Yeah,
are
yeah.
there? How many are there of the? Because I know that I remember
15
that-
are alive. Like 15 are known to be around 15, and they made like I think 60 or 200. I think at the max, but 15 are around. And I'm gonna put out the video on Monday. So, but they are
I
like
don't have enough time.
like in 2012. Like there was an article in Attack magazine where they said what are the most rare and most expensive drum machines and synthesizers, and this was the most expensive drum machine at 8,000 euro, I think, rated in 2012. So that's probably going to be like 20,000 or
was
something
that
now.
was that very close to the what's the orange one that's got a computer screen?
I know which one you mean, but I forgot the name. The chat will know.
Because don't Soundgas have one, or did they have one and somebody bought it?
Yeah,
I think
they
my
had
friend
something like that.
Horseman has one that I build the pedals with.
Oh
actually.
no way!
He's got something that is cool. He's got one cool thing going.
Just one.
It's orange.
One cool thing.
But if it's the
It's
coolest
orange.
thing, then it's amazing.
You have to
Yeah,
show
is
it that cool thing.
What was that?
It's
Isn't
orange.
the Metronomy guy have one of the computer rhythms? They must be rarer than a CS80. So how many CS80s are there?
5.
It's rarer than the CS80, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, then it's not that Horseman has probably. Although he works full time, so he has a lot of money. And money.
Oh no,
is
I
all
was
that-
talking about. I mean, I don't know how rare that orange one is. I mean,
But the Echo Computer Rhythm is super rare,
That is
and it's
rarer. Okay, that's rarer.
it's so rare that even the guy who invented it didn't know he made it.
what?
What?
How
What?
does that happen? Was he just
He forgot.
really drunk?
No, they were just making
Magic.
so much stuff. You have to imagine, like at that time, it was like this, like the whole area got famous for making organs and making accordions and stuff. And then it was the 60s and 70s, and nobody wanted to play accordions anymore. They wanted to play
Wow.
like synthesizers. They wanted to make rock. They wanted to make prog. So they all needed to invent like constantly new instruments. So they did one new thing and another new thing and another new thing. And so like, of course, yeah, let's try this new thing, make this new thing, make this new thing. And yeah, so Aldo Paci, that was the designer, he was like, I don't remember making this really. Just one of the things. It's just, it was the
Yeah.
70s, man.
So yeah. That's funny.
Like, oh man, this rings a bell. What? Oh yeah, right. I made this. Nice.
No, it's cool, and it's the first one also to use that 16-step programming that every other drum machine uses now, and it's the first modern drum machine, actually. So, amazing stuff like that.
Fudge your neck. I totally forgot. Some
Yeah,
guy
big
who
deal.
came 1 week ago to the museum invented the Porter Studio.
Oh.
I can't remember. I need to. His name has evaded me. And no, not only the Porter Studio, but the Great British Spring Reverb.
The
Yeah. He made them in his garage. He made them by like 2,000 of them, and he made them from like it was basically just two Spring Reverbs stuck one next to one after the other in a big old bit of piping from the DIY shop. He
You need to start
apparently did
like
loads of.
a character series where you just cover characters that are gonna start showing up probably more and more.
I know. Yeah, I need to be a little bit more reactive at that. I mean, I think I'm seeing him in a couple of weeks anyway now, but it's pretty cool that like there's that kind of dude. And he also made the first PCB mounted mixer or something. I can't remember. It was pretty cool though. If anybody in the comments knows this
Or-
person's,
Or he's a compulsive liar.
No, I don't think so because I know his son. His son makes a Koala, which is a looping app for the phone. Does anybody use Koala?
Does anybody use phones?
Yeah, I didn't know what to call it.
Uses phones.
On this channel, we use only Gauss for looping. Only Gauss. Not Koala. Gauss is the thing we use here.
Oh yeah, of course. No, I just mentioned a direct competitor to Heimbach.
Yeah, only available now available on the App Store for €6.99.
Oh no! I've started it. I've started at Heimbach. A swarm of dead insects mentioned saying koala is awesome. Delete that comment immediately.
No.
Heimbach's gonna call me up after this. He'll be like, "You shouldn't have mentioned that."
You shouldn't have mentioned that.
Yes, with the German accent. Though.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Don't make the German angry, huh? You won't like us when you're angry. That was a Simpsons quote.
I only use Gauss. Yeah, good.
Fun.
Okay, perfect.
Now the chat is lit about.
Oh,
There you go.
he just did it for that. Yeah. I love it.
Thank you, Nick.
I only use Gauss. We can't see the actual image that's been live streamed. It's just Heimbach holding a knife just below the shot. It's like uncropped and that.
While we're doing like braggy type salesman type stuff, I want to say huge shout out to Magpie Pirates. I see so many Magpie Pirates.
Yeah.
Like Dan Fingerman, Analog Weapon. We got Grumo.
When is
talking-
Magpie Fest this year?
It's already been.
Oh, shucks.
Yeah.
Has it?
You're a bad fan of the Magpie Pirates. Shame on you.
Just where was it? How long ago was it? I don't believe. I'm really bad on the internet.
Just a few weeks because now all the individual videos are popping up. They're now putting out all the different shows.
Because I watched the whole one last year. That was really cool. Had it in the background. A bit of what was it? Who's the guy that does all of the crazy like edits? Weird Gear. Bad Gear. The crazy edit.
What do you mean?
What's his name?
Yeah, Mr. Bad Gear.
Bad Gear. Yeah.
Poitzer?
Yeah.
Ploitz? Floints?
We want Sam
I
for
have
the
no
next
idea.
I'll play the next Magpie Fest. Sure, yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I played the one before that. That was fun.
Audio pills.
Audio pills.
Yeah.
Yeah,
of course.
exactly.
You okay?
Always think
Audio
it's good.
pills, yeah.
That's why I could never find his channel name because I keep on searching Bad Gear. Bad Gear.
Should show up. Right?
Yeah, no, it does, but it just didn't. I'd search. Oh yeah, it did. Yeah. Audio pills. There he is. He's the dude.
Is that his name? Audio pills. Okay. I thought they wrote audio please.
That's cool.
Pulls audio.
He
So
makes
what-
very unts.
So what's
Where's the
the
one?
What
what's
does he
the
do?
last? Oh, what does he do? What do you mean? What does he do?
Yeah, you
Oh, he
brought
makes-
it up, but I don't know
What?
what.
Audio pills?
Oh no, he
used
just
to-
played. He played at the
I
Magpie
played, yeah,
Fest.
Yeah.
But he also reviews Bad Gear, I guess. It's like a satire type. It's a really cool show.
I don't know how he has so much time to do the edits because they look well tech, and he does it
I
really
think
quickly.
he has worked with it. If I might misremember this actually, but that he has done it before. I think maybe we have talked a lot. I've been in a video and I've done a video also with things that he sent to me. I think.
Ah.
I like how I think I remember having made a video.
You're like that guy that invented that drum machine.
Yeah. I can imagine Simon like 10 years from now. I'm like, oh, I remember making that pedal. I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Drugs are
exactly.
bad. Don't do them. They're not worth it. No, they're great. I'm kidding. Anyways, but you started saying something else, Sam.
I can't remember now. It's gone. I just said no. I was just doing the same joke that Constantine made, but in a slightly different method. So
you're both
Apologies,
joking about me
apologies.
now?
oh yeah, it was a little joke, but it made sense at the time.
I'm offended.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You should be.
I can't believe I can't believe you being offended, Simon. That's kind of hard to get you offended.
Now I'm offended. I want to try.
Okay.
How
I
does
feel
it feel?
excluded
How
now.
it feels to be offended.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. I remember when
Hate Loop now only about this.
Yeah, I mean, Hate Loops was like, you were like, I was like so happy to show you all the bad stuff that I got. I was like, oh, look, I got another one. I got another shitty one. And you were like, no, I got this kind of like meh. And this is kind of meh. Why don't I get the Nazis and racists? Like that.
I want to have someone to fuck with.
So these are the comments that you get on YouTube. You get like those kind of things on YouTube comments time back.
It was at the time. There was a certain place and time when I got those, but not anymore.
Final times.
It's good, like, I think it was a weird thing, like, it was a weird thing, like, 2 years ago, I think that was, right? 2 years ago was Hate Loops, yeah. So that was a weird time when, like, probably some of my videos got recommended to places, I don't know. And it was very weird. It was very strange people. So, that popped up. So, but they're all either shadow banned or they saw the error of their ways, which some actually did after watching Hate Loops and said,
and then the
I'm sorry.
QAnon movement started after that.
Yeah, probably. Okay, then that started, yeah. And then the pandemic started and I'm at fault.
Ah, the pandemic. Nobody
No,
talks
but that
about
was
the pandemic. That's mad.
No, but that was so now the comments are super nice now. It's really I think like also say maybe like YouTube updated probably some kind of algorithm, so the comments are all pretty. It hasn't been as bad, or I don't care anymore. Maybe that can also happen because that was the whole thing.
Yeah.
Dude, you're the Bob Ross of synthesizers. No people should write bad comments under your videos.
Have you done like Bob Ross setup? Like you're like facing away from like the modulars there, and you're talking. It isn't, but with the mic and stuff.
Here's
It's
a
like, now
happy
we're
little sine wave.
Yeah, that.
Here's a savage. Well,
Let's
put
paint a
another
sound
sine
using
wave.
this sine wave.
Yeah,
That's the one.
you have the sweater.
Yes.
I have the
I'm back.
sweaters.
And the fro.
If you don't do it, I'm getting out of the sandbag wig.
I at least I tried to like no, when we did the like the last time like I think you had that tape guitar and I was just recording a video and they said, oh, you made the video on the tape guitar. Okay, so now I have to make a video and at least I put on a leather jacket and tried to be. But I'm not good at impersonations.
Funny timing. That was funny
funny
timing.
Yeah,
It's always that that timing happened because like there's always loads of timing things like that. It's like the hive mind. But you said I think you got the same idea as me because you saw it on a blog post, right?
Yeah, I think it was a Reverb blog post even. So it was a pretty mainstream thing.
And then Simon made a bloody ukulele one.
Yeah, exactly. And that was genius. The ukulele one. That was like
so
the best.
lonely. And
That was
left out.
amazing. Yeah.
Nobody asked me if I had it.
No. I mean, I've got a I've got a shelf of unknown instruments behind me. So, but I'm kind of like covering other things now. I'm focusing on other things. So I've just put out one of these and rarest things from time to time. So, but it's fun to have these like on a back burner. So
yeah, until somebody else finds it.
Yeah,
that
like,
can also happen. Scheiße. Is that what you said? You saw me do the video and you were like, Scheiße.
No, I was like, interesting. I thought it was fun. It was like it's a good idea to then bounce because I knew I could bounce.
Yeah.
And I love that's why I like it's like I bounced off you and then Simon bounced off us and he like funny. Boo and I think his video
was my original idea.
Ah.
Nice trousers.
No.
Oh, what have you got? Yeah, good trousers.
The trousers showed up today from garbage.
Ooh.
They're very cargo.
Your pajamas?
No, they're camouflaged. Do you have
pajamas? You can wear camouflage to dream. Maybe you're dreaming of tanks and shit.
Where did he go?
I don't know.
He's probably sleeping.
There you go.
Have you seen this one?
No, I haven't actually.
Tape recorder. Nice.
So what?
It's like a toy tape, but it's new.
Read here. No.
Let me just try to figure out how to solo you. Solo layout, yes. There you are.
The
first tape recorder
built for kids.
That's pretty cool.
Very old.
You haven't even opened it.
No. Look how old that kid is now.
Where did you find that? Was that chucked out?
No, I don't know anymore.
What, eBay?
Maybe. Well, I
Maybe.
don't think so.
Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe in Sweden somehow. Does it matter?
It's these just pop up, and I got on Kleinanzeigen for $20. I got this magnetic tape player that has a giant roll of, like, the tape is this big, and you can move around it like this from IBM. It's utterly wild. It's like a portable dictaphone with like immediate access, so you can
What the
still
hell?
need to, but I need to repair it, or I need to figure out a way to power it, because there's like a weird battery that puts out 18.5 volts, but it's an odd size and has odd connectors. So either I like USB power bank that thing, or I find an external power supply for it. But that's one of the things, like, it's on my to-do. But
Is that the only problem? Is that
Sure,
the only
that's the only
problem?
problem?
Yeah.
I think
That's an easy
maybe
fix.
there could be like 1,000 other problems, because like, yeah, it's like
It's the first problem.
it looks perfect, but the power is not working. So
Okay.
Do you?
But
do
is
you,
there any-
Heimbach, do you still have that hypnopedia, the sleep teaching cassette thingy?
yeah, that's down in the to-do project aisle of, like, I want to.
Okay, cool.
It's gonna happen.
Since we're talking tape.
Can I just ask, do you know, is there like a tape, just a pickup and then an output on it, so you can do whatever you want with the tape pickup?
That's
from whatever.
something that that's actually like a video that I want to do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I
there's
got- because-
there's a module, right? Like there's a Eurorack module by
Yeah,
Tom Whitwell.
And you
Music.
get
So
the-
Whitwell made one, yeah.
Well, I don't want to, like, Heimbach, you know that the Crystal Palace thingamajiggy-biggy?
Exactly, yeah.
I used the schematic from that for the head, spinning head.
Really? Perfect.
Yeah, because it's just a booster. It just amplifies the signal by, like, I can't remember how many times, quite a lot.
okay.
a billion.
I was watching, like, because like the people from RTM recording the masters contacted me. They make the tapes now. They are the biggest tape in France, in the Normandy. They make tapes, and they send me pictures how it is there. And there was just this giant spool of tape, you know, like this big. And I was like thinking, wait, can I get like a write head and a read head, and then maybe an erase head to bias it first? So I'm gonna, you know, bias the tape, and then I'm gonna write the tape, and then I'm gonna record the tape, but it's like one big tape picture. So, and that's the important thing, because you could easily do that, like with like you record onto a tape, have all these little splices, tick, 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 like an image. That's been done. That's easy.
But
But
not the
if
same
it's-
feeling.
If it's like just one big spool of tape, and then you can do that, that would be like something that I really want to do. I want to travel there and try and work something out like that. That would be amazing.
That's cool.
Gonna
Talk to-
first
I
video
talked
where we
to-
really see you dance. Like,
So what do you mean by the fact that they have one spool, one big spool?
It's
Is it
like
one
because
literally...
like before tape gets like tape gets cut to like its different sizes, you know.
Oh, so it's like
two-
literally a sheet, a big
It's
sheet,
like a
of
sheet
tape.
of tape, and just looking at that is
Yeah.
amazing. It's like impressive.
Yeah.
It's super impressive, and that's why, like, imagine like a playable frame of this one sheet, but just to record onto it, that's a whole other problem. It's gonna probably sound terrible because of all the biasing, you know, and all the stuff you have to do. But just the idea of that, like, that's something that I really want to do.
I think it's fascinating that you are in a state of mind where a sheet is so impressive. Like, for real, I'm not joking or anything. I think that's really cool to have that many like references and inputs. That a sheet of anything is actually feeling super impressive. It's really,
Yeah.
really cool.
It is because, like, as you say, with strips, it's something that I can do today. I could do it with strips today, get the module, and then it would be done. So, but just the sheer smoothness, that's special.
I wonder if there's a way, like, I think there's pretty much a way you could use, like, paint.
Like conductive paint.
Like, not
lead?
conductive paint, but I'm pretty sure, like, Tim Hunkin made some
Tape.
stuff.
Pink.
You know Tim Hunkin, right? Cool dude. Secret Life of Machines.
Ah, yes, yeah.
I think he, like... In fact, oh, look, there's even in the comments, James D, did you see Tim Hunkin making his own tapes? I'm pretty sure like you could potentially like paint it onto your wall. Oh, Heimbach, imagine your whole studio as one big ferro thingamajiggy. Ferrofluid!
Yeah.
Oh, just writing on a
leveling up.
ferrofluid. And reading ferrofluid.
Do it.
So you would say instead of, I used tape on this recording, was like I used the wall.
Yeah, I just
Like
got a spray
this
can of
wall.
tape. It's like magnetic
Yeah,
tape
this wall.
juice. I need to look into it, but yeah.
I recorded this on my arm.
You could.
It sounds such a
Whoa.
health risk. Such like a huge health risk. Oh.
That's what.
Nah.
We're the guinea pigs.
Yeah.
You can record it on Sam.
Yeah, you even ate a rollie, and that video still gets recommended to me.
Who ate a rollie? Simon.
Rolly?
You both.
What's a
You
rolly?
both ate in a roll.
The seaboard.
Oh,
didn't you?
The seaboard.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought you meant a rollie, like a cigarette
I was like-
rollie. I was like,
Yeah.
what
No.
the hell was that?
What the
The
fuck?
rollie seaboard. You both ate that at Toman, and that video, like, every time it gets like recommended to me like every month.
What?
Yeah.
That really annoyed people, didn't it?
That was,
Like,
that's
there's
a
that-
happy memory, though. That was really fun.
Yeah,
Me
that
running
was
around,
really fun.
grabbing everyone to be in the video.
Yeah. That was that screenshot.
Brilliant.
You know that screen. That is that Reddit video. There's that Reddit page, isn't there? It's like, what is it? Reddit, like you
Synthesizer circle jerk.
douchebags. Yeah, that one. And that is funny.
I really like that circle jerk page. I really like in the beginning it was super fun, but then it like all these circle jerk pages, it just turns into something that's not so fun anymore because people start like people they lose like the humor and it just becomes mean. So I had to stop watching that because it was just sad. That page is bad.
What do you mean people are
That
mean?
subreddit. You know,
mean?
when like a circle jerk is like it's basically like a cleansing effort. You've got like the synthesizer subreddit, and the synthesizer subreddit got so bad that people were just posting boxes of the synthesizers they just bought. And of course, people said we need to do like a satire page of that, and they did the circle jerk again, a circle jerk, and then there it was very funny to talk about like these memes and stuff. But at some point, like the synthesizer subreddit healed itself. And like also you probably do the circle jerk, and it was like it also out-jerked itself, and it became self-aware. The people became self-aware about like the ridiculous stuff that people sometimes post, and they had fun there again, and the fun was there. But at the same time, some people wanted to continue in this Reddit, in the circle jerk Reddit, and they just started doing mean stuff. So they just started instead of humorous stuff, they just used it to shit on everyone and make it mean and not funny.
Have you got an example you remember?
Can I just say, real
there's a
fast-
lot of stuff. It like at some point just did, and then there was I think Bo got pretty badly beaten up by them, and other stuff. But other even like simpler stuff. People were like, like somebody even posted like, "Can we go back to jokes and not just being like mean spirit?" So and that was the vibe that subreddit had.
Fair enough.
So, yeah, and of course the synthesizer subreddit healed itself and was suddenly the more funner place. So there was no need anymore for the circle jerk.
Oh, I'm just going down it. I can't remember that. I'm really out of touch with what is it like all of these thingamajiggies forums.
The
In
internet
general.
forums. Yeah.
I'm really behind.
Can
I'm
I
just,
just say
um,
my joke?
Of course,
real
this
fast
is
that
a
I
nice
come up with?
subreddit that everybody should subscribe to now. This is a
Fine.
very nice subreddit. Only nice topics. Only nice.
What circle
people.
jerks? What
No.
was your
No,
joke,
our
Simon?
circle
Oh,
This one, Heinbach,
I
is
just
very nice.
Before
ah.
it makes sense before when you were talking that the circle jerk subreddit it came and now it's in a state of shame and deflecting it. So it was funny before.
It's the circle of jerk.
It's the
Is that what
circle
you
of
mean?
jerk.
The
Yeah.
circle of jerk.
No. I mean more like since it's a circle jerk, but at some point you come, and then you feel shame. Or I don't. But
yeah.
it's like a joke.
I think I get. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like you're writing lyrics, Simon.
Yeah. Very Freud once again. I guess.
His simps aren't even vaccinated. I'm just looking at the different posts.
What? Simps
Okay.
weren't
What?
vaccinated?
There's a Bo Beats one 9 days ago. Stop being so dramatic. 2021. I don't get it. I've lost what's funny on the internet nowadays. I don't like that. I like postcards.
Not to be condescending, but usually gear nerds aren't very funny.
Well, I'm not very funny. I think we all are gear nerds, though. I really haven't got much of a sense of humor. Oh, here's a quick. Cole 198. Right now, I only own 2 boiler suits, and I tend to only wear one until it really smells. So don't come too close. Sorry, I was just answering a question on the live stream.
Okay. That was like okay. So,
Oh,
so
yes.
just for that's what that means. So how many boiler suits does Simone? That was in reply to that.
Yeah, sorry. That came out of nowhere. Didn't
I
it?
thought it came from the you were browsing still the subreddit. And I was like, what? Very specific to you.
It's like, do we need to mention to Sam that everybody on the subreddit isn't watching this? Does he know how this works? This internet? Someone get Granddad knowledge.
I kind of zoned out, I think. What are you
Yeah,
talking
it's all good.
about?
Don't worry. Oh, there's somebody bench pressing Uli B word.
Uli B word.
I just remember, like,
Yeah.
I thought there was a rule.
Did you
with
see the KDH?
Yeah, we don't
video?
mention the B word here. There was
you
like a
see the
takedown
KDH
video
video?
recently.
KDH, a guitar
What?
YouTuber.
KB hate.
He did the takedown, like where he summarized
audio
everything.
audit. Yeah, yeah.
Saw that. Like,
So, what?
He's a very nice guy. We have talked a lot before about other things.
So
Very
what did he
nice,
do?
Very, very British. He did a Beringer video and got like
Oh.
a statement and everything. Very cool, actually, to be able to get that, I guess. But if you ask, you probably get one. So maybe it's not that cool. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not a journalist or anything of the sort. I'm gonna go now. Bye.
It's really impressive how,
Goes
like,
backwards.
God, I'm really bad with names today. Like, how good and well researched and stuff. Oh man, I'm gonna say everybody's names is
Light bulb.
evaded. Eyebrows.
Yeah,
He's
the
got
light bulb.
the light bulb. Yeah, of
Eyebrow?
course, the light bulb.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like his Behringer videos and stuff, or B word videos, and
And Jordan.
yeah, Ben
Very nice.
Jordan. Yeah,
Very
it's
nice.
cool videos. There's like well thought out videos.
Maybe I just think everyone is a very nice person. Maybe I need to check myself before I
Oh.
wreck myself.
Yeah,
Oh,
there.
it's time. There you go. Do it. Do it.
so I'm just gonna need to do this now. I think it's
Yes!
Do
time.
it.
I mean, you guys have done this already.
What is it?
It's a UPS box.
Yeah, I hope it is what I think it is because
It would be
there's no.
funny if it isn't. To be
Stars
honest, it would be so funny if it's something else.
Yeah. So I already joked if it's like some rare guitar pedal. I just have to show you like how a guitar pedal
It's
is. But
actually
no,
a B instrument.
this is the moment. Ah, lovely. Paper.
Yeah, that's what you needed.
Paper! Woo!
Ah, oh.
Come on.
Is there like my name on there? Yes, there is. Oh god, I should have checked. Gonna blur that afterwards.
You should have checked. Oh, okay. I get it now. I'm sorry.
Oh, but it's all ripped apart. Okay, but
What is it?
Someone wanted to take a look.
It's ripped apart?
ah.
Oh,
Wap, 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 wap. Hey!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday! They got my name wrong. Right, go. They got my name right. Oh, perfect.
Heinbach.
Heinbach, Heinbeck, Heinberg.
Heinberg.
Oh, it looks good.
Where are you gonna
Smells?
put it? You're gonna wear it as a necklace.
Yeah, Flavor Fluff style.
Yeah.
No, but it's here. It's very nice. And there's a little letter from Susan.
Can you please say when you take a photo of it for Instagram, for instance, can you take the photo when you're in the reflection with no clothes on, but you're taking a photo just stylistically?
Are we back to fan fiction again?
Oh yeah, we're back to fan fiction. I'm afraid. Everybody, watch out.
Swedish politician did that actually.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Only
yeah.
in Sweden.
on Instagram.
I think the letter from Susan is pre-printed, so looks like a form letter, but still.
No.
But I can ask these questions. I can ask you guys now because you've been through this process, and let's see if you can still remember. Do you remember your first subscriber?
It's a lot of pressure. I was my first subscriber. Of course, naturally.
I think I was as well. Yeah.
Yeah, probably. I mean, like you are one.
I think I was my
need
first
more.
500 now.
Just
Just make loads of fake accounts.
I am still all of my subscribers.
yeah, that's how it works.
Your 100th?
Oh,
I don't remember specifically the one.
did they give
Or
you
your
notifications?
1000s. Do you remember the moment you had 1000 subscribers?
Yeah,
It's rather about more the moment.
that was a well achievement. That took years.
That took forever, right? The first 1000, that took forever.
Yeah.
Felt like it.
Depends. It actually depends because I started my YouTube channel 2007. But
Wow,
I didn't
okay.
do anything until 2015, basically, because you had to have a YouTube account. In the beginning of YouTube, you had to have an account, if I remember correctly, just to be on the platform. Back then, I think. Curiosa, oh, fun guy. Haha. Now you know. I might be lying. I don't know.
So, but this is also for you guys. When you reach your millionth subscriber, we may just write to you and ask, do you remember your 10,000th subscriber? That's the letter.
Yeah,
That's not me, that's Susan.
yeah. That's a very.
Thank you, Susan.
I
Thank you,
killed
Susan.
all of my hopes for the future, more or less. Yeah.
Simon's going to start making more accounts and sign up
Yeah.
on his.
1 million. Sam, you're getting halfway there, though.
Well,
Yeah.
it's all like it's just I don't know. It's weird, isn't it? I can't. I think I like where am I? I don't know how many. I don't know. I don't think it'll ever get to 1 million, to be honest.
That's
We're
a
all-
lot of responsibility. You have to watch the new Spider-Man movie that comes up when everybody calls him a bad guy.
God, what? Why? that sounds painful.
No, but you look kind of the same. But how does
Oh!
it feel, Heinbach?
Pardon
Does
me?
this legitimize you, or is it just a man?
I've rarely gotten awards, so this is like kind of nice. So I feel happy because it's about like this is also like just about the people that watch. So that's like just for them also. I think I don't know.
I cherish my one. Do you have yours, Simon? Because I cherish mine. I'm
Simon's
really
is
proud
right
of mine.
behind. You see, it's on his screen. It's right behind
that's
there.
the one, yeah.
Oh,
So-
well played.
Perspective.
I
Underneath
really like
there,
it.
This is a painting by my mom that I cherish more, actually. And
Ah,
above
yeah.
it, there's a picture of the drunk neighbor Dakato, which is a great friend that I also cherish more. So it's kind of humility is not the word. What's the word? You know, when you sort of okay, success here, but this is more important.
Yeah.
Friendship.
Well, that's the same as that one. My granddad's lifeboat picture, but that's not his lifeboat. He just got given it. I don't know why.
Yeah, I've got a
Like
picture that I love that's right here. It's on the other side, but
Yeah, it's a good
still, like I think these awards. I
you know?
mean, this is like about the like it's almost. I just think about all the people. That's the
Yeah.
crazy thing.
But it's interesting
lot of people.
to think of it in the perspective of since you're constantly losing subscribers and gaining subscribers, so it's like it's a my fans is like a living organism, basically. If you get what I mean. Like the 100,000 subscribers you are having now, maybe they are all gone when you reach 200 subscribers, and that's
Oh, like your skin.
200,000 new. Yeah,
They all.
it's all changing, you know.
This becomes like a Warhammer 40k scenario. We're like,
What? Who said Warhammer 40k?
I just like to picture it as sort of a in the moment type thing. But that's because that's what's really nice with functions such as the comment section or having a Discord or having, in your case, Patreon or Reddit, because you can get to know people and they will stay with you. Like Analog Weapon, he's a great friend of mine, and
He's a
he's
good one,
probably
Analog Weapon.
watching all of your videos. 100K unsubscribers. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I think
funny.
that's
He's,
an
Analog Weapon is a
achievement,
funny
right?
guy. Yeah.
Yeah, he
That's
is.
an
He is.
achievement.
But
Totally.
like, I don't know if with you, but in my case, I have like maybe 100 people that I have got to know from having done YouTube. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
I
like that.
think it's-
And they're also the amount you chat to different people, it comes and goes. Like I find that like you chat in comments and different things, you like, and then sometimes some people drop off, but then they come back again like a year later. It's like, oh, I recognize your username. Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, that's also the people that you then meet in real life. That's
Yeah.
like one of the most beautiful things, and all the connections that are possible. I mean, yeah, you two guys, it's amazing. This is just that we got to connect this way. I mean, Sam, we got to know first, I think, about like a show. Actually, we met in real life, like
In
even
Berlin,
almost.
Wasn't
in
that when
Berlin.
Simon came as well, or was that
And
a
Simon
different
came
one?
out. So we met like Simon. We met first time. Like I think I met you. I don't know if I think I watched your YouTube channel after
the
meeting you in person.
first
also,
video you
It
were
wasn't-
hanging out.
yeah, because we
Wasn't it
met
Super
each other
Booth
at Super Booth
Yeah.
Yeah.
in person. So it
And
was
then
like so.
you two had a show, and Simon.
König
Yeah, you
was
were
also
playing.
there. Right.
I
Yeah,
was there
everybody
as
was riding on your synthesizer bike.
Yeah, and somebody
well.
broke it.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. I was right there as well. I'm not a
were
YouTuber,
also-
but I,
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a
Yes.
cool. That was cool. That was like.
That was
I
that was
do
well
not remember this night because I was
Yeah.
very drunk.
Yeah, like there's videos of you at the end of like the video about that I put up. You're like, hey, I'm Simon. I'm really drunk.
That's nice of you making fun of me.
I wasn't making fun of you. You were funny. I was like, that's
I'm
funny.
joking. I'm joking.
it's his new. Getting offended. It's your new thing, right? You should.
Yeah. I'm working on it. Thank you for
Yeah, you're
noticing.
Yeah, I like it. Keep it up.
Trying my very best.
That was cool. Like, did you ever make those brewery thingamajiggies into spring reverb chambers? Did you do that? Was that a video? Did you do that in the end?
I made a impulse response video, but
yeah.
I didn't put an actual what were they called, exciters on them to make them resonate. I didn't do that. So that was like they would have it was out of
That would
my.
have been great.
It would have been, but at the time, like I didn't like. I mean, like the one thing that makes this whole thing for me possible is the Patreon, because that's how I'm able to do all these things.
Yes.
And
But they're still there, right? Sorry for interrupting.
yeah, but they're still there, but it's not our place anymore, and I can't do it. So that's another thing. So
What do you
I
mean?
could do it.
Oh, I see.
So it's not all, we don't have that place anymore. For the viewers, we had a place called König Otto. My wife had it, and it was like a former brewery. It had these giant casks where the beer was brewed, full of bronze, really beautiful in copper. And Sam played a show, and I played a show there at Super Booth around that time, and. Yeah, the idea was to turn these things at some point into resonating things, but for me it couldn't happen because at that time I didn't have any money for buying all this stuff and the gear to that. So that's only become possible like years later through Patreon, where people are supporting what I do. So
Yeah.
Now you have 100,000 subscribers and you're super rich.
Yeah, you're like rolling around in your
Yeah.
Bentley.
rolling around in the money.
Ladies.
Buy all the breweries.
I can buy all the pedals. I can buy all the pedals.
Hey.
I think it's really cute that you keep the little plastic 3D printed tourney thing that I printed like on it permanently. It comes off. You can pull it off.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But I
What
thought
do
it's
you
like
use it
it's
on
like
off
a
for?
helper. Oh,
Yeah, it's a helper for the hard. What?
yeah, but it
there's-
also makes you. I just hurt my finger because I jammed it between the two knobs.
This is not a great review.
I made a good review. I made like a good sound of because it sounds good. It sounds good. But this is like a finger trap because you can.
I can print a
that's a good
smaller one for sure.
That's
Ouch!
a good
Ouch! I made a finger trap for Heinbach.
It's the first BDSM guitar pedal.
Is that what it's... Oh, yeah.
I don't.
you
I don't
got-
think you're the first with that. They're probably like.
Is there any
Okay,
more?
There's
Is there any more for
100.
sale? Matt, Simon.
I'm building now. I'm building one new pedal. Then also, actually, when I have you here on my stream, no, sorry, whiskey. We we are making a drone synthesizer based on your 1,000 oscillator drone synthesizer,
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
but in sort of a consumer format, if that makes sense. I want
so
your blessing.
it's about time. It's about time. Cool.
I
Yeah, go
think
for it.
so. I really
What are you
think it's
doing?
about
What are you
time.
doing? Like, how big is it? 1,000 all in a
It's
box.
consumer fucking friendly, man.
Sick.
Yeah. It doesn't have 1,000 though. That would be unreasonable.
100?
Maybe 100. That would be yeah.
Ooh.
'Cause
Cool. Can't wait to
it's
see
all
it.
about,
You only need to buy 10
designing
of those.
I mean, you,
You
have
can
to
get
go
a
above
commission,
50.
I guess.
50 is
Yeah,
like
50 is the minimum for sure.
the
Yeah.
solar thingy. There's like a
Yeah, yeah.
synthesizer with 50
Oh
already.
yeah.
It's not a competition, but you
But
have
it is
one
a
with
competition.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Somebody
Come
did.
on.
Somebody did mention just earlier that I've got to do a 10,000. So need help on that, everybody.
Mm.
We could do it together. That's the thing. We need to make a video with 10,000 oscillators. But the only way it's possible is to collaborate.
Yeah. I mean, literally on like soldering, I guess.
I think so. Yeah. Or like I don't
Yeah.
know. I was just loads of different. I don't know. How do we make it work?
Why don't you buy, like, what was the thing that you said that has 50?
I mean,
buy-
they're a lot of money.
Yeah.
Ask for, some help.
I mean,
Yeah, but it also has to look cool. It has to look like one giant.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh.
size matters. Like the same.
But if you
So
Put
if you
them in a
SMD
pool.
it, so
Huh?
you just order all of it complete.
yeah, I know, but then that's proper like
Or
like
not.
oh yes, you know what I did? I went on
I
and
want an
ordered it all.
order. 10,000 subscribers.
I didn't move a finger. Look at my thing. Money solves everything.
Look what I can do.
It's not. I don't know. I like doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the
I try
same.
cutting
Everything
corners,
that
keeping it
I
cheap.
make with Horseman is through hole. So I solder everything.
It's
Just
cool.
only for the sake of soldering everything. It's literally a waste of time.
No, but it's
honestly.
cool though because it's like Simon and Magpie made this. And
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
literally. That's why I want to. Yeah, can I buy one as well? I'd buy both of the two that you're making at the minute. That'd be great.
We're making. I
Death
told
to sale.
Heinbach before, and he broke the bubble, which is fun because it's called bubbles. But
yeah.
I thought that I had come up with an idea that nobody. But that's never the case. I like thinking that I invented the wheel. It's very motivating. But the next one is fun because you're gonna be able to sync it with synths and stuff also. Only with
yeah?
a clock input.
Wait, which
But
one?
Anyway,
Which one?
It's called bubbles. I haven't talked
haven't-
about it yet.
There's no picture.
you want to reveal? You
Yeah,
want to
I'm
reveal
not-
publicly?
Revealed stuff.
I don't care about spoilers, so for sure.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
Amazing.
Da, da, da. I love the
We're
pants.
making two at the same time, but I can show this. This is actually really fun.
Okay, I'm
Uh,
soloing you again. You got the second solo for
yeah,
tonight,
you-
man.
You don't have to, because
No,
I
I'm
like
gonna
seeing
solo you.
your reaction.
Second solo for you.
Oh yeah, I think yeah.
I posted one picture on Instagram, but I want to talk about this first. So clear knobs, but you 3D print a tiny piece of plastic and you put above the pot, and then you 3D print like I've done on the previous one, below it, so it looks as though it's going all the way through, right?
Oh yeah.
Kind of cool. Very not really talking about the pedal, but almost kind of. It's kind of
That's
cool.
cool.
But it's a delay, so it's a PT whatever.
Yeah.
$23.99.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, alcohol. But it's also got like a baby 5, I guess. So very simple sequencer. So I'm sequencing instead of having a time knob, you can put in different values as the time knob instead. So you
That's
can
nice.
jump in between, and then you can choose how many steps on super hard. But these are not as hard. I have a different leveranteur. I don't know what the word. I'm ordering the rotary
Switch.
switches from a different maker of rotary switches, so
Ooh.
they're not like the one Heinbach has.
Do you hand drill
Interesting.
the enclosures?
Yeah, for sure. But I've done something pretty smart, which is around here somewhere. So I 3D print like this.
Ah, yeah, very smart.
Yeah,
Nice.
I just do the crosses, and then I know where to drill, which
That's
is
cool.
smart. Yeah. Well, it's very fun. It's gonna be very, 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 very fun effect.
Are you excited about this whole? It seems like a really exciting thing that you're doing. It looks like it's a lot of fun to do it. Doing this off your back. You and your mates back, like making effects pedals. Ooh.
It's really fun to have sort of you also come from the DIY space, I guess. That's one way to put it. To have that and then have to adopt like I'm going to make a product, like a product. It has to have certain qualities of a product because it has to be appealing for someone to buy. And I need also to be able to make it more than once. And it needs to when I repeat the process of making it be the same every time. Like there's certain constraints within making a product that is very, very inspiring. Actually, it's really, really fun, and you can have really, really fun with it. Like I'm doing with the hole for the LEDs. Like I'm trying out a bunch of different shapes and stuff. Like here's a little drop, and then I made a heart.
Yeah. Are they 3D printed things that go inside the hole that you've drilled?
Yeah, exactly.
That's cool. Yeah, I like the star things. They're really cool.
Yeah, because you have to be unique. But enough about me. This is Heinbach's show. I don't know how to pronounce.
No, I'd love to hear about your stuff because you haven't not been much on video, so it's nice to hear what you're doing, what you've been up to. So this is beautiful to me, and I have one of your beautiful products here, and so
you were one of the first ones to buy it, which is
of course
very humbling.
Support your mates, man.
Yeah,
I didn't even know they was for sale. Like when I saw Heimbach, I was like, they're for sale.
I haven't done any marketing at all on purpose.
Edgy.
It's super strategy. Yeah. Don't do marketing. Have no money, make no marketing. Let's just.
It worked. You can't criticize me. You bought it.
I bought it. Yes. Yeah. No, you're right. I bought it.
Yeah. See,
perfect.
How many
also,
have you
I
made?
wanna only 20, but 5 of them I have put aside. So only 15 are sold and made. But now I'm making. So that's also funny. Like I don't know, but all you 3 have probably had a business before. I've never had a business before, and learning that whole process is also very, very fun, even though it's a pain. Like you were talking about before, Sam. Like it's painful to have to understand bureaucracy, but it's sort of inspiring also because you feel like you're growing and stuff. So I'm looking at it from like. Almost how people invest in Bitcoin. Like I invested all my money in being able to build this amount of pedals, and then I sell those, and for those money I can build more, and then I sell those hopefully, and I can build more. So it's like it's very, very fun.
I always treat this kind of thing like a roller coaster tycoon. That's whenever I think about like these kind of things. It's literally like Roller Coaster Tycoon. It feels like Roller Coaster Tycoon, basically.
Too bad I always cheated in Roller Coaster Tycoon. Like went
to the last level.
Yeah.
I'm just happy that I do work in digital.
Oh yeah,
because
digital is a blessing.
I mean, of course, I hand copy and paste for each plugin the GUI, and of course we code every plugin from scratch for everyone. That's how we do it here with
whenever I get up in the morning, like nearly every week I have a morning that I just sit with and pack circuit boards. It's still like it's really fun. It's pretty nice, but that's the thing. Like whenever there has run through my mind when I've been doing that as like I should have done what Heimbach did and made a digital product. That's what I was doing.
I actually think about Heimbach like in the process of now that I have been building guitar pedals, because Heimbach once talked about hats and how you put on different hats as a way of explaining different tasks almost, or different roles that you put on. And I find it very, very fun and gratifying to have a bunch of different hats. And now I am I'm gonna hammer stamp things today. And then I hammer things for a bunch of hours. And I have that single hat on. When you do YouTube, you have like 10 hats at the same time.
Yeah.
It's
God,
so
yeah.
much harder than actually making things like this. It's
Yeah.
very from that
It is.
point of
I've got to be
view.
honest. Like doing YouTube videos is like because I'm trying to keep up with everything all at once, and it's a nightmare sometimes.
It
Like,
is.
like it's just so long, the working hours. I'm like, I feel like my parent, we've been talking about kids, and I'm like, how the hell am I going to invent more time to have kids than, like, I don't know what I'm going to do. There's so much time. Like,
I mean, when they're little, it kind of can work out. I mean, I made a lot of videos because my wife, she had König Otto, so she had her own business, and I decided that I'm going to take most of the parenting time. So, and when they're small, they sleep a lot. So,
yeah, but they don't like grills, do they?
no, okay, yeah, but I was doing like ambient music. There's videos of me like in a what you say, a bathrobe and playing synthesizers, and a little hand would sometimes pop up and touch the thing, and it was very like I did a lot of music videos, like because my channel was all music, like until the first 10K or something. So I did a lot of that actually, and it helped grow because I had time to do all this music and take care of my kid because sleep 16 hours a day. So
you
that
sleep
first
16 hours a day.
the
That's
kid,
incredible.
not me,
Oh,
the kids.
oh.
I slept like 4 hours
Yeah,
or
yeah,
6
yeah.
hours. So
How do you have
interrupted?
100,000 subscribers if you sleep 16 hours?
Oh, I will let you know that I took 3 naps today because I was so tired. Well, it was lovely.
Yeah, 3 naps.
Yeah,
Three
because
naps.
Wow.
yeah, 3 naps were amazing because I got up early and worked and finished a new plugin and stuff like that. So it's a lot of but so it can work out in the beginning, but then as soon as like all the other things start happening, it's you have to really divide your time. And for example, I decided like the channel I think it hit 100K in July already, but I couldn't do anything because I was A, tired, B, there were holidays. So I was with the kids all the time because my wife doesn't have like the amount of freedom and holidays that I have. So I took care of the kids, I played with them and stuff like that, and then I can't do videos really. It's not possible. And I don't want to be like the dad that puts his kids in the videos, maybe sometimes when it's really like thing, but that feels like kind of exploitative. I don't want to do that. Yeah. So I simply said, no, I'm not gonna do videos. I just recorded music and made some of the things that I do normally on my channel, used to do, like disembodied hands, just playing a bit of ambient. And that was a conscious decision. And as soon as I could work, I just made videos again. But it's just not possible to keep up that level of like doing all the things. You just can't do it when you've got family, because then you're not doing your family a disservice.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah. But I mean, we're
kids, Sam.
Sorry?
I mean, Sam, you are a workout. Yeah,
I'm a what? What did you say? I'm a workout. Oh, I don't know what everybody. What?
I think we're all talking at the same time. Constantine?
Are you pregnant?
Sorry, is there a delay? Because, okay, anyway, I was just saying that after all this advice, now you have to have kids, Sam, because you were thinking about it.
I know. Oh,
well, you really don't have to. I'm going to be the voice who says that I don't agree that it's still stigmatized that people don't want to have kids. I think that's fucked up.
Well, we're just going to have to. I don't know. There's usually sometimes there's not really. It just happens sometimes, doesn't it? Who knows? I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Just going to be.
Simon, you don't have to have any kids, dude. Don't worry. You don't have to.
No. I don't want to.
Please don't.
Not up to me.
One magpie is enough. We don't need more.
No. But it's I don't know. I don't know what the future holds for anybody, because that's what the future is for, I guess.
Yeah.
We're getting philosophical.
So that's the thing, though. It's more about like, I think maybe like how a car guzzles gas. Sometimes there's gas guzzling cars, and there's cars that are more efficient, like efficiency, let's say.
Yeah, but there's
Maybe
also
if when
electric cars.
I mean, because through the need to be more efficient with your time, I'll probably have to be more efficient, because right now I work, you know, I get up, well, I get up and then I work until I go to sleep. I don't do anything else. As Fred Dibner said, no holidays. And that's just how I live. But maybe I will, through necessity, have to just strategize and be more efficient, I guess.
You'll have working hours. Very effective working hours. Like
Who
you
the
work
hell
from
does
this
working
time
hours?
to this time, and then you take a break, and then you work, and then that's how much you can do. And if you try to do more, you're gonna clash. And I've done that a few times, like clashing, and it always leads to, like, in the end, it leads to tendonitis for me. It leads to, like, lack of sleep. It leads to unhealthy living. So you really have to, like, stick. And that's the hard thing, because I think, like, I'm a kind of a workaholic, because I love making music. So, and love all these things. And when you're that kind of type, pacing yourself is a job in itself.
Is it? Okay.
I think that before that, even, I think it's, personally, I believe that it's very important to separate the need and the want to begin with. Like, you talk a lot about that you need to do things that is essentially what you want to do.
Who are you talking to?
You.
What need to do? What need to do?
Like everything you were saying I need
to
do.
Well, when
it comes to things that it's important to separate what you actually need to do and what you want to do.
But I don't know. I find that working the way that I work now, I look back and go, I'm pretty chuffed with how much work I got done and how many funky things I tried. And that's not necessarily doing what I wanted at that point. Yeah, but it's not necessarily what I wanted to do at that point. But it's like walking up a hill, and you get to the top of the hill to look down.
But now is all you have, though.
Yeah, I know.
In my humble opinion.
Yeah, but you know, I know exactly. But I feel there's like you weigh it up. I mean, you just got to like weigh it up. Like I don't know. I mean, I very.
don't believe so. Like, personally, I don't think it's worth it. Like, for example, I have been off of YouTube for half a year now, maybe, because I haven't felt that I want to do it.
Oh yeah.
I have from time to time felt that maybe I need to do it. Maybe I'm losing momentum. Maybe I'm losing subscribers and stuff like that. But I have had other things that I felt that I want to do, and I've simply prioritized those. And it keeps me happy, like, from a day-to-day basis, because from a day-to-day basis is essentially all that I have. I obviously I have, it was fun before, but fun now is more fun than thinking about it was fun before, if that makes sense also.
I'm not sure whether it 100% makes sense. It sort of does, but I don't know.
I am in pain now, but can think about how nice it was before, the pain now will take over the fun that I had before. Does that make more sense?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just
focusing on the now is what you're saying.
Yeah. I'm focusing a lot on the now.
I don't know.
I believe that's all that I have.
You still have to have a goal. Otherwise,
I don't have any goals, actually.
Yeah, it helps you. I mean, without.
I don't know. Do you have goals?
Some goals.
I don't.
I don't have any. I don't think.
Okay.
No, I feel like goals come in the way of a lot of things, because you either just make the goal happen and then that's nice for a little while and then you move on and start the next thing, or you fail and that's disheartening and makes you feel bad.
Everyone sets you definitely have some priorities.
I probably do it. Yeah, priorities I have, but goals are bigger in my opinion than priorities. Goals are thought out.
Since we're getting philosophical, a priority means you get up
it's
from
a
bed in the
synonym
morning
with a goal.
For some reason, right? It still is.
I don't know.
You decide to make pedals, right? Like you wake up in the morning and you're like, I need to drill.
It's a two-step goal. It's a short-term goal, I guess.
Still,
in that way of, it's a rhetorical thing. Then,
we are being philosophical.
The word goal works for that.
Ashley Reed, sorry, man. Is the museum not a goal? Yes, it is a goal. I don't know what's coming out of my mouth. I don't really think about what comes out of my mouth. I've got to be honest. I'm sorry, but yeah. That was a big goal, but it sort of happened. I didn't actually work towards it. I fell into the situation of finding that the storage was costing way too much money, and it was cheaper to set up a museum.
Yeah, but stuff will always come up. I mean, if you're open
And it's great
you're
having showing
you're
people.
driven, yeah, stuff will always come up on your way that you're
Just to
that you
clarify also,
yeah.
sorry for interrupting, but I just really want to have it said that I might be completely off and have wrong 100%, and in a year I will be much more wiser and speak about whatever I just said in a
Dude,
way
it's
better
just
way.
it's just a discussion.
yeah, that
Don't
is
you
what
don't
it is.
need to put disclaimers on it. I mean,
No,
we're
I
just
think
having-
disclaimers are healthy because
fair.
That's the one.
mean-
Retired. The pursuit is the goal itself.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
kind of like
Grafting.
that's kind of
Resan
my
är
whole
målet.
philosophy, I have to
Resan
say.
är målet, we say in Swedish.
Yeah.
The
It's
journey
like-
is the goal.
Yeah, I formulated myself the goal to make music, to make more music, and that was 25 years ago. So I was always thinking like, music itself is like the worst paying job and the most like risky job and the most like unlikely job I'll ever succeed anyway. But just said to myself, I'm just gonna make music to make more music. So any job, anything that I would have to do would have to follow in that pattern. So anything I studied, anything I worked on would have to be able to give me time for music, or it would have to be related to music, so then I could make more music. And that's so there where the process becomes it's not a goal, but it's just the end goal is just to make music, but I formulated it as a process.
Have you ever Wikipedia what creativity is? Like, have you ever read the Wikipedia description of creativity?
No. Do you want to read it out loud?
Sam is.
Or shall I do
way
it?
faster. Yes, someone who is faster.
Oh, I can't really read.
Wikipedia. I get the German one. I can tell it in German. Probably creativity.
Yeah, that's nice.
Reading from the
Or-
comments. It's always nice
Select-
to have goals, rough goals, then shape it. That's the thing. Change it along. That's It's like the museum for me. It was like I didn't know whether it was a goal until it's friggin' awesome being able to do it.
I think
Does the
what's
cool
na-
accordion know it? No.
Okay,
Sorry,
so
sorry.
creativity on Wikipedia. Creativity is a phenomenon whereby something somehow new and somehow valuable is formed. The created item may be intangible, such as an idea, a scientific theory, a musical composition or a joke, or a physical object, such as an invention, a printed literary work, or a painting.
That was not what I was looking for.
Okay.
No, for real. I was looking for the the problem solving thing.
Okay.
Ugh, now I'm also Googling.
Okay, so while you're Googling, I think there's one more thing that I have to cover, and that's also related to kind of all these things, and especially related to pain. Because at one point, Simon, you want to say something, or can I?
Finish. I just found what I was looking for. Sorry.
Okay, then you tell what you were looking for.
No, but the creativity is defined as the tendency to generate or recognize ideas, alternatives, or possibilities that may be useful in solving problems, which is, in my opinion, a very good definition of creativity.
Okay.
That was all I was looking for, not the whole making paintings thing.
Making paintings.
Okay, so one thing that is left for the official part today, at least, is something that stems from a video that you made, Simon, and that was about fan organs, and you dissed fan organs pretty hard.
Oh, yeah.
And I said the fan organs are amazing, and I made a counter video, and in the end of that video I said, and in the end we all know the worst instrument is, and then I cut. So now I'm going to reveal, finally, it has been asked for me a long time, my worst instrument. And it is something that comes from pain. Because I had piano when I was 6 and stuff like that. And I liked the piano. I played a few things. I played game soundtracks. I played Bartok, things that I liked. But then I had to go to gymnasium, it's called. It's like high school. And there, every kid had to learn one instrument, regardless whether they could play an instrument. And I hated that instrument. I cried when I had to play that instrument. I was like, I don't want to play this instrument. It sounds horrible. And it was...
People have
I'm gonna
already
so-
started guessing.
Show it.
They all know. Yeah, they've all... Yeah, Analog Weapon, you already got it. But let me just solo myself. So it is the plastic recorder. So this
You're wrong.
is...
It's
the
way
plastic.
better.
That's that instrument. That's the one instrument where I can truly say this instrument made me cry. It made me cry. I told my mother, I don't want to play this. So for this stream, I bought one. I bought the classic one that the cheapest thing, like the cheapest, like, but it's the official school thing. It's a Yamaha. Nothing against Yamaha, great company, but this is like the instrument that really made me cry. And I hate it, and I'm gonna play it for you, but I'm gonna play it for you in a different way. And the way I'm gonna play it is, I'm an electronic musician, and I've got a certain set of skills, and part of these skills are a few effects, and I'm gonna play these through effects, and it's 3 effects, and whoever in the comments or maybe in the panel here guesses first which of these effects I'm using, I will give a signed copy of my album. I will send that to you. Okay?
And the recorder, of course.
And the recorder. You're gonna get
Yeah,
this. I'm gonna sign it
course.
in my own blood. No, not in my own blood. I'm just gonna sign it with a marker pen.
Now I'm not
So-
interested if there's no
Yeah.
blood involved.
Yeah,
So
no
now you
blood
have to
involved.
so this is pretty difficult, but if you have been watching my channel, you might get to discover the 3 effects pretty fast. So as you can guess, these are not digital effects because I'm using the mixing, not like plugin effects. These are like effects that I need to use the
After
mixing
playing
board
this,
for.
you will no longer have 100,000 subscribers.
Yeah, that might as well be.
You're sacrificing.
Dude, we can see the effects from the button.
You can? I can't.
No, I'm
You?
just kidding. I'm just kidding. Don't worry.
Oh, okay. Oh, me.
Oh.
All right.
Didn't you? Didn't
Sounded
you put your
Taku
kids
Hachi
to sleep?
Hotel.
Yeah, this is all in headphones.
No, I'm thinking more
My-
about the
my brain
raw,
melted.
like the raw flute playing there would be
Oh,
inspiring.
yeah,
too.
it's a little
hear.
isolated, this room, hopefully. Okay.
They've
So-
probably got nightmares of the recorder as well from their school, and then no, Dad's got a recorder.
It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be weird. Like, I don't think so far So far, so how much do I? So let me just. I need to scroll through everyone. Flute from Hell, blah blah blah. But so far, Humpback, The Crust is Wire. No, it's not a wire recorder. Wires? No, it's not
because
wires.
You were holding the fruits.
It's not a lock-in amplifier. Yeah, all three. It's not a lock-in amplifier.
It's like
It's-
pedals,
I
right?
would say it's a delay, reverb, and some sort of bit crushy distortion.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
what
that's no
reverb
brand-
have I
yeah,
been?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What reverb have I been using?
MIDI verb, quadriverb, whatever, Alasis thingamajiggy.
Yeah,
Probably your
Alright.
own or something like that. You fucking digital nerd.
There's a thingamabob synth. Now someone needs to make a thingamajiggy.
Thingamajiggy.
Reverb. So whenever you use that word, Sam, it's like you're going to be advertising it.
Is Sam more naked
So-
than when before?
Oh, yeah.
one effect is the quadraverb. I can just say one effect. Sam guessed it is the quadraverb.
Sorry, was I not supposed to guess it?
But there are two more effects.
Am I allowed to on it? Because
You really
Everybody's
want
allowed.
that
commented, haven't
quarter,
they?
right, Sam?
Is it the one with the switches on the front? The test equipment block? No, it isn't because you're looking like
There
a
is a
word
piece of test
processor.
equipment.
Word
Oh,
processor?
there is one. Okay.
No.
No. Damn.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We got. So this is so far.
Oh,
best.
yeah. That's the one.
Yeah.
What's that?
Novi, if you take one of these off, you're correct. Then it's all three effects. Can you do it? Be fast. But I think he kind of won it. Take one off. Then you got all three.
How? That's three things.
Yeah, he's got
One-
three things on it.
You need to replace.
I've got
one.
three things on it, but when you take one away of these, you got it.
And add the
Oh,
Sam.
because he's got two quadriverbs in there.
Yes.
sorry.
Right, because you have two.
Nice.
Okay. Yes, but I think Novi got it. Novi,
Yeah.
please write me an email to heinbach101@gmail.com. Please write it now, and I'll send you the recorder and the
I'm
record.
sorry. The concept of live streams and then also that was a. Sorry about that.
No, it's
Sorry
right. It's
about
good. What?
So what were they? What were they you were using? You were using those.
The effect I was
three.
using the Princeton Applied Research CR4, which is like it does these bit crushing sounds. You know, it's like I can talk.
Yeah.
Sounds
Oh,
amazing.
here comes the recorder again.
Can't stop himself. Are you gonna post this after the stream is done?
So what? It's both of the quadriverbs then, and the
It's
CR4.
dual one quadraverb
Yeah,
runs
yeah.
into the other. It's like my favorite reverb sound because
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just a wash.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Well, have you tried free?
No,
Oh, you haven't tried free?
I don't have three, and I've got no more
have
space in the rack.
1,000.
Yeah. Oh, we need to find. That's what. There's another community-driven one. We need to get all of the quadriverbs we can find and bring them
Yeah.
to Super Booth. There's a
Okay.
Super Booth. Everybody brings a quadriverb. We plug them all in. Whack Heimbach's recorder through it. There we
But
go.
this is motivating
No.
for. Sorry for not talking about the Heimbach thing, but for you having your own event, like super boothy event, is like like everyone can come, but you have to bring one of these things, and we bring as many as
and
possible.
like, you can
whenever.
always bring them,
Yeah,
take them
yeah.
back as well. It's not like bring them to stay them
yeah,
there. We
yeah.
stack them
No,
up,
exactly.
film the video,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
everybody
It's done.
takes their quadriverbs back. So that's a cool idea.
Yeah,
But
moving
someone
on.
needs to also bring cables, please.
Novi,
I've
you're
got an
gonna
insane
email
amount of
tomorrow.
cable. But that's the
Heimbach-
great thing about having this museum
really.
thing is like there's that kind of community thing that we can do, and I think anybody's invited as well. That's the thing, not just Mr. Heinbach.
No, only Heimbach is invited to the
Only?
museum.
Only.
Everyone
Only
else has to pay.
He makes me sign an NDA, so I can't.
An MDMA. I made you sign an MDMA.
that one. That one.
Please,
Oh my god.
please
It's
sign
a
one.
tiny. Yeah. Novi is gonna email tomorrow. The winner is gonna email tomorrow. Did you see it?
Yeah,
I saw.
Novi.
Already
Yeah,
replied. All good.
Oh,
I can't
you did?
add here in the chat because it's not.
Chat.
It's like this StreamYard chat, so I can't add. But I saw.
Oh, Samuel
Tomorrow.
Christensen has the manual, so at least we know what might be wrong.
The quadroverb.
But I was asking, are you gonna like this is gonna be posted later, right?
Yes, of course. Like
Can
stay
we
around.
sample what you did
Of course.
the recorder?
Sample everything.
again?
Sample,
Are you-
please, and make beats with that. Make everything with that.
Is it
This
Creative
was
Commons?
cathartic, by the way. This was like me going back to 5th grade, and this is like how it sounded for me. This is
Yeah,
like
but you're not crying though.
yeah, because it was cathartic. It made me happy. I'm happy now.
Okay. Or
This is gonna be that. What's that? What's that loop video that they have from a guy playing the saxophone, and it's like 100 hours. Right. This is gonna be the equivalent
that
one for experimental music, where Heinbach
Yeah.
is just playing the flute.
because
and
we are
sounds like-
that fucked up. Yeah.
Yeah. Someone, please, someone do it.
Oh,
Like 10 hours of
yeah.
Heinbach playing the recorder.
10 hours of playing Game of the Record.
Like, yes, please.
Oh, here's
Can
one.
I Can I
What
make
do
a
you-
quick association? Just really fast. There's a video uploaded to YouTube that it's a lot of hours long, and it's the Lord of the Rings, the first one. But every time Sam says that this is the furthest I've been away from Shire, it goes back to the scene when he takes a step. That is the step is the furthest.
So it just goes around and
Is it there? I think
Great
there's
video.
one Ants video, the Ants movie, and every time it says the word ants, it doubles.
It
in
speeds
speed or
up. Yeah.
something. Yeah, that's
There's a
that's
lot of
so
those. There's
funny.
the Shrek ones and everything. Those
Yeah,
are
whoever
amazing.
comes up with those things
Yeah.
are just, it's so funny.
The YouTube gold. I like
Yeah,
that side of YouTube. It gives me perspective. I think the
Yeah.
best perspective for my YouTube channel is that there's a channel with like 1 million subscribers that the whole concept is flushing things down the toilet.
really?
That's all the videos is just flushing different things down the toilet, filmed on an iPhone or something.
Okay, now I remembered. Heinbach, do you remember before you started your YouTube video, we were talking about that guy that has the slingshots,
Yeah, the
Slingshot
German guy.
channel.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
German guy.
right?
Jörg
We were-
Sprave.
you were- Yeah,
He's
yeah,
an
you were like,
avid
"Oh,
fucking
Let me show you
talker
its
for-
features.
No, have you seen? He's like talking a lot about YouTube, creator rights.
Yeah, he
and
got
stuff.
YouTube. He wanted to
Yeah.
make a YouTube union. Got IG Metall involved, like the biggest German Gewerkschaft. What's that in English? I don't know. Workers' union. So
Yeah, very cool. Actually,
Oh, that's cool.
seems like a good guy. Kind of a weapons fanatic, but other than that,
but old
Oh,
weapons
oh, oh,
fanatic.
yeah.
Yeah. Creator unit. Here's one, Heinbach. My friend blames Heinbach for quadriverbs costing too much.
they're still cheap around here. They're super cheap, I think. Last time I checked, like they were super cheap. Let me just go on
Yeah.
Kleinanzeigen.
Yeah,
I
super
blame-
cheap
I
for a
blame
100
Heinbach
subscriber, super successful person, maybe.
Oh, it's only
yeah,
$1,000.
$5,000.
Here's one for. So I get one for like.
$10,000.
Quadriverb,
No
how much is that?
problem.
No, but
So
it
here's
was
one for
important.
100.
Still quite a bit. Like I don't remember when they were like
130.
20 quid or something.
60
Yeah,
was like I got mine for 60. And then there's another one for 100, but Verhandlungsbasis, you can make an offer. So that's still cheap. I mean, 100, another one for 100, another one.
We know
So-
it's cheap when you're talking in falsetto.
To be honest, looking at the United States ones, for some reason the ones in the United States are more monies. Oh, but I'm including the customs because of all the Brexit thing that suddenly all of the VAT gets shoved on top in England on
Yeah.
eBay.
Funny thing, I ordered a stamp to hammer on pedals that is like
Yeah.
a tiny wave, and I paid maybe 10 quid for it, if I'm gonna speak in your terms.
Quid.
And then yeah, and then I got the tax thing from it being shipped to Sweden, 50
Yeah.
quid.
Oh, it's
You
just
should-
awful,
you should-
isn't
no,
it?
no, you should. I got the same thing. I got the same thing in Sweden. Like I got some knobs from Thonk, and it was like
Yeah.
five quid or something. And then I got plus 10 for the shipping costs, and then
Yeah.
it was 300 Swedish crowns, which is
Okay,
like,
okay, I was going to say quid
Yeah,
then.
that's like
Okay, that's
30,
okay.
30 quid. Yeah, that was what I was
30
thinking
quid
also.
on top. You need, which does not make any
But
sense.
did you
need
use
to contact.
FedEx? Did you use FedEx?
No. It was just the normal post. But you need
'Cause
to contact the Swedish taxation
Tullverket.
office and say like
Yeah,
this isn't, it doesn't make sense, and
Funny enough-
they'll return the money.
It's
Oh,
very
you get the money
different
back.
You got the
when
money
you
back.
order. It's very
Not all of
different
it.
when you order as a company, because I'm ordering different things as a company and different things as a private as
What?
me.
So is it because
I guess.
it's VAT registered as a company?
Yeah,
Still.
So
and
that
then
means that you get the money back.
also, no,
What you-
not
but
just that, but
Still don't
they
understand it.
they sort of take consideration to you because you're a company, and they sort of know that a company, you have to deal with a lot of things. So Swedish Tullverket, like the border, whatever you said words, sort of takes that into consideration. It seems like, at least, because I also
What?
ordered in Thunk, and I did not get the same, and I'm gonna call it from now on, which is the
That's weird.
yeah.
I don't know
Yeah,
how
that
it
was
works in
very-
Sweden.
Yeah, me neither.
Interesting.
But I reached out as a private person.
That's
and
yeah.
I emailed them and I said like, this does not make sense. It should not have been 3 times the actual price of the
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. That doesn't.
It should have been 20%.
because it is a
and
VAT. Like they apply it as a VAT, I guess.
Yeah. But they have a list of things, right? That's how that's how customs work.
They have a
Depending on
list.
the type of product that you get, and like, it's mobile phone, it's like plastic
Yeah.
thingies, or it's a book. They have like a system of taxation,
Yeah.
like a VAT for that thing, and they're like, okay, this is the extra cost that you need to pay us, which is usually around like 20% or something like that. So 3 times the price is like, no, dude, no.
Yeah,
So
that's
why is
weird.
it so low? Like Raffo in the comments said, no duty payable for purchases under £135 from the EU to the UK.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
That's an
don't know.
exception. In the UK, you have to pay tax on anything above €7. So
Yeah,
there's tax
that
always.
makes sense.
So
And I think
Exactly.
paper and books are exempt. I'm not sure about that. but-
Why? That's weird.
Because I don't know. But I
lobby,
Toilet roll.
It's lobby. But I can see,
remember-
guys, I can see the viewer count dropping by the minute. You're talking about taxation. It's like,
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
They
But
should
it's a
do
genuine
because
thing.
UK has a lot
Asking
of good stuff.
questions before. People were talking about doing like a quick
Well-
AMA or something. I don't
Yeah,
know.
go for it.
I don't know.
Okay.
Look, you need to say like time frame wise. Like what do you
time
want
frame
to
is.
do
I
and
think
how
like
long?
let's do like 10 more minutes because I gotta play a show tomorrow. So
Where are you playing?
just a radio thing. It's just a radio thing in Leipzig.
Radio.
Yeah, so it's pre-recorded, but I need to travel there tomorrow and I need to be kind of fit. So now it's midnight here. So let's do it.
Analog Weapon just mentioned something really funny. Simon, you should turn your channel into
Yeah,
a channel
do
about
taxes.
taxes.
Yeah.
Yes.
agree.
and we
Anyway,
can-
sorry, carry on, Heimbach, sorry.
and bitch about taxes.
Can I just ask really fast before we continue? Like has been amazing, at least for me. I'm working very hard on an album. This would be really fun to do when I also release an album, and maybe you as well, Konstantin, and maybe you as well, Sam. Maybe this could be a routine way of releasing music from now on.
The music
routine.
It's
Sounds
lovely.
great.
It works well for ambient albums. For others, it doesn't.
Ah, yeah.
That's
I'll call-
disheartening. I don't make ambient music.
Don't
Yeah,
worry, me neither. I'll call you
Yeah.
when I have a
Yeah.
new album, so you can have me on your channel, though.
Yeah,
Ah.
I'm
do
happy
it.
to do that.
Yeah.
But I think we should all collect ourselves here on Heimbach's channel. I think this is
Make listening. Okay. I'll be up for a collective listening again. Let's do that again. I love
Only
it.
listening and talking
fun.
about tax.
Yeah.
Only
Listening
tax
to
only.
our new records while we bitch about taxes.
Income taxes.
Yeah.
No, imports, sorry.
Yeah.
import
Yeah.
taxes. Yeah.
So just a small thing. JB Bro became a YouTube member. You're the first YouTube member on my channel. I just enabled this feature today. You can become a member. It's 99 cents and you get some nice special icons, which I made. I made reels, and you should now also have a little Nagra SN tape reel attached to your name. I can't see it here, probably, but you get funky icons and stuff like that. When you do that, it's just 99 cents, and so that's a new thing that I enabled today, and made some new GIFs that you can, like a playing reel tape if you type reel or something.
Because it's not cool anymore to be in the 100,000 club. You got to be in the member club.
Yeah, the members.
You
members
now you
only.
gotta become members.
Yeah.
But Heimbach, in 10 years' time, are you going to remember your first member?
Yeah, because it's on
I
video.
always remember my member fondly.
Oh, there's two now. Look, Jem Anderson. Jen Anderson.
Fondling your
There's another
members
member?
is what you're talking
Yeah.
about?
Oh.
Don't fondle your members, Heinbach. You're going to lose them.
Anyway, was there something about an AMA? Did you want to do that?
That's
Somebody mentioned
Okay,
that.
let's do questions. Come on, let's do a quick round, 10 minutes of questions to everyone. Let's do them fast, and we'll try to answer as many as possible. I'll show them up here. Knob Real. See it works. Knob Real works.
Also, huge shout out to Yem, who is the Magpie Pirates. Woo!
The pirates are here.
Yeah.
So, questions to
Oh,
any
I've
of
got
the
questions
panel
anyway.
members.
Ambient Festival
Ambient
Cologne.
Festival Cologne. Thank you.
Yeah.
Ambient Festival Cologne? I'm not playing there.
LOL misses a question mark. I'm gonna add it. LOL? Maybe?
Definitely lol.
When Sandbach died. But I've got to find a new wig, basically.
Sam, any music coming up?
Yeah, one in about 2 weeks. New song. Making a video right now.
And we're gonna have a listening party.
Live concerts.
Woo!
Obviously.
Live concerts. Yes, 7th and 8th of October in Halle. Destruction Loops and Zeitschlaufen, my test equipment, vintage German vacuum tube instruments show.
Heinbach, where did you get that awesome accent?
No, swear.
That awesome accent? I got it from watching American shows where they talk like this. That awesome sweater, I got it from Zalando. Very simple. Very.
Yeah. What's a good tape machine that you can get for cheap?
If I say it here, it's not going to be cheap anymore. But it's a Sony TC366. I got 3 for $100. Lovely.
That's
Use
pretty
them.
good. 3 of them.
No, like each of them cost 100, but they're amazing. 3 Sony TC366, amazing machines.
I'd say go to the car boot sale. Might be cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree.
but those were serviced, so.
Yeah, good point. That was one thing that I chatted to in the museum the other day. Was some people we would fiddling around with the test equipment. It's like, it's not like the Heimbachs; they're not serviced. These are the cheapest, most broken ones that I could find.
You can put that on a warning label. This is not like Heinbach's.
This is not like Heimbachs. I'm sorry.
No,
Any gigs
sorry.
coming up? Everybody, who's Constantine? Have you got gigs?
I did a Flash Crash scripting thing a few days ago, like a week or something. I don't remember. Time flies by. Nothing up right now. Only internet stuff.
Internet. Is music a daily practice for you? Do you schedule your time in the studio?
Yes, 100%. Every day making music.
Every
No,
day.
we're never stopping.
Any new test equipment discoveries?
Yes, I'm talking about them. These are the things
secret.
I only shared with a few people so far, but these are the things that make me want to stop making music because they're so beautiful. And I'm not in a basement. No. And I'm not towing Texas. Sorry.
Oh, damn.
What?
Would you play raves in other countries? Hint, Australia. Raves. That would be fun.
That would be fun.
Imagine.
Yeah.
But I like playing seated shows.
I do too. I like seated shows.
Yeah. I prefer doing both. I love both. I love both. I love doing scores and I love making albums. It's two different things, but they're beautiful.
Simon, I miss your vids. Glad to see you're doing well. The pedals are exciting. Any Eurorack modules in the plans?
Yes.
Are you guys making Eurorack modules? Ooh, that's fun. Then you guys stuff to check.
Yeah, hook up with Constantine.
Yeah, if you're making
I
Eurorack
only
stuff, I'll
I
be
only
happy to
have
beta test.
we only have one good idea that is actually a good idea that doesn't exist. I don't think in the Euro
It's,
market.
you talk to me. I mean, if it comes to trying to figure out if there's a module that does what you're thinking about, I'm your guy.
But it's not necessarily something that is going to be super popular, but it's something that is going to be nice for me, at least, to have in a Euro
Yeah.
format.
It's a toilet
make
roll
some
holder.
stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, what you need.
How
I
do you
can
travel
steal it
with-
if you want to. If everyone agrees to not steal the idea, I could tell you the idea because
That's
it's a
tough.
pretty good idea.
Don't tell the idea.
Don't
Let's
tell
talk.
the idea. We don't.
Don't tell the idea.
Yeah,
Don't. No.
That's what I mean. You all like secrets. I'm not a very secretive person.
So, Sam, how do you travel with 20 pieces of test equipment?
I've done that numerous times and just in a van. They
Just in a
bash
van, right.
around. It's really not very nice. Bubble wrap. No, not bubble wrap. You know those really nasty packing things.
Did you know that bubble wrap was from the beginning wallpaper?
Wow, really?
Practical
Fire hat.
for
I just-
babies.
Can we all just stop using bubble wrap?
Why? It's fun.
It's the worst. I hate
Sam.
seeing bubble wrap. Oh,
What's up with the Game Boy Mega Machine?
I don't know. It's
Yeah,
a
what's
program.
up
I
with
mean,
that,
I
Sam?
did a video the other day. I did a video 2 weeks ago on the Leslie speakers in the bottom of it. I'm gonna start up again. Like, don't worry. I'm doing one a month. Don't worry.
Can I say a thing real fast? Sam,
Yeah.
I had the Leslie guitar idea. I've had it for years, but to
Oh,
3D print a thing that is a Leslie in an acoustic guitar. So
Oh,
just
yeah,
a
yeah.
small motor and a thing that spins in the hole of an acoustic guitar.
Well, do it by all means because I was gonna try that, but then I was like,
Yeah, but your
Do it.
idea was way more funny.
my idea is friggin' stupid.
Yeah,
It's
but-
so heavy.
Yeah, but who cares?
It's fun
you
though.
care, maybe.
I do
But
care.
it's way
We
better.
all care.
John Henry Smith, I wouldn't buy that 1970s Italian drum sequencer. We're on speed round. Come on. How many-
Speed round.
Uh,
You can have the guitar, Simon.
I don't want
which
it.
which
Okay.
of
I'm
you
up
want
with the
to be in
panel.
next
Do you see
magpie?
collaboration on an effect and performance by using the same effect? What? Do you see
you see-
collaboration on an effect and performance by using the same effect you reverb and delay live?
Can I tell you a cool idea?
Doesn't inspire me right now, but
Almost based on this idea. We had a touring idea. I've never really toured. I'm not a very successful person in general, but as an artist, I have never really toured or played live or anything. But you have, and I had an idea together with another YouTuber called Bless Beats, who lives very close to me. Funny guy. We were talking about touring and not bringing anything. We bring no gear, but we have a bunch of booked avenues and people who knows who we are. Like we book the locations strategically, so anyone can bring their gear to the gig, and we have to play with that gear. Does that make sense?
That's
So
cool.
it's
It's
for every
going to be
location, it's
recorders.
different.
Only recorders for Heimbach.
Yeah, it's only gonna be recorded.
everybody's gonna be like, "Yeah, I got something for you." And I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
play like 10 of
There you go.
these.
Yeah. We could do that justice, I believe. I'm a good actor.
Okay,
With a
Simon, you gonna make videos? No, that's we already had that.
I'm gonna make videos at some point. I actually know how I'm gonna make a comeback, so I'm gonna start making videos pretty soon. Is the plan?
Sweet.
Yeah, I know what to do.
This is a lovely question. Do you ever get bored by sounds and listen to silence?
Yeah, there's no silence, but yeah.
I
Yes,
listen
yes.
to my noise cancelling headphones.
Yeah.
I just put on the noise cancellation and then listening to the world. That's amazing because it kills a lot of sounds and just leaves out a few. So it's very
Also, you
beautiful.
you can put. I think we've talked about this before. I put noise on, and then my brain stops noticing the noise, which is the same as silence.
Similar, yeah.
I can recommend
Yeah.
podcasts. You know, I have a lot of podcasts to recommend. Sounds very depressing what you two are doing.
No, it's
No, it's
fantastic.
beautiful.
Yeah,
You're listening to the
Probably.
processor.
I don't know. Never tried.
The process of denoising is lovely. So, okay, that was 10 minutes. I think everybody, thank you all for being here with us tonight. This was, for me, it was absolutely beautiful. And thanks to Constantine, thanks to Sam, thanks to Simon for joining me on this lovely
Thank
evening.
you.
And especially
Thank
thank
you,
to all of
everybody
you
watching.
watching.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Heimbach.
Yeah.
I spoke over you. Thank you
Say,
for everybody.
great minds, they think alike.
fuck everybody.
All right.
watched.
And congratulations, dude, for the
Yeah.
number. Couldn't go to.
Hey, what was this about anyway?
Congratulations for math, Heinbach. Very nice.
From Matt. I reached the number. The number is appreciated. Thanks, everyone.
Congratulations
I'm
for
going to
the
say
number.
goodbye. I'm going to press end broadcast now, and you guys stay around. Bye-bye.
Have fun.
Ciao.
Good luck, everybody.